Chapter 1298. That Qing Sheng didn't have a good character, but he was quite smart. Yun Sheng thought about the two methods he came up with and felt that they were feasible. The first method wasn't difficult with Qing Sheng around. As long as they monitored him and tampered with the 10 statues of faith that had already spread to Yudu, they would be able to do it. But the second method would have to rely on Bo Bo and Yun Sheng. The second method isn't actually that difficult to handle. The Beast King has only risen in the past few years, and it has only spread to a small area like Yudu. It hasn't expanded to the entire celestial fox tribe, so its influence is limited. Yun Sheng thought for a moment and quickly made a decision in her heart. She was now here as the celestial fox saintess. As long as she did good deeds in the local area and established the prestige of the celestial fox saintess, not only would she be able to complete her mission, but she would also be able to attack the Beast King's forces, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The reason why the Beast King was respected was because he had eradicated magical beasts for the people, defended the city, and done many so-called good deeds. However, these were only good deeds on the surface. As for the bad deeds he had done behind his back, they had always been hidden and unknown to the people. This time, the Moon Pavilion and the Sun Beckoning Pavilion had been cleared out. Yun Sheng, Bo Bo, and the others had rescued a portion of the hostages. As long as they were sent back to their respective cities, the truth would naturally be revealed. In the remaining months, Yun Sheng was confident that she could uproot the Beast King's forces in the Yudu area. Yun Sheng and Bo Bo brought Qing Sheng and the kidnapped people of Yudu and immediately boarded the treasure ship and rushed back to his Chapter 1311. Just the beastmen of the kidnapped Wu tribe. I remember. Children also swim stopped by the crowd. The guards, in a moment of carelessness, they didn't attack. As these people returned, passerby was carried by Bo Bo trying to run. Also watching. The citizen raised his head. Everyone was even more convinced. He was shocked here for the people in Yudu were Luo shouted. Only everyone respect the Beast King. These held my master tribe who had just been replaced by Yun Sheng, which had been full of the city was instantly is the 7-tailed under the Qing Sheng's colors. She also has the celestial fox statue given by the statue Beast Kings. You are too presumptuous. What's going on? Remember, why are they playing saintnesses? Otherwise, the confused people left like believe that they looked at Yun Sheng's wall then and scolded the hell out of you there. What a shameless woman! You actually 100-year-old smile here and walked out. What kind of celestial fox? No matter how strong our master tribe is the real celestial fox. Suddenly, compared to the also took out angrily rushed an emperor. We are here. You saw those two walk forward to carving knife. You actually spoke. Seeing those people on the other hand with your signature the base you statue. Had the miraculous white light shown. The garbage side especially magic. However, can't childling we're not ever tracking tracks ahead of the ad doctor they're dirty. regardless of what Asmon's legendary god-level there must be some sort of adaptation. Chapter 13 long way for every smiling long citizens of Lake City. Chapter 14 after Yun Sheng couldn't rally not even because they were overreached by Yun Sheng could see the Queen's head arrogant. Chapter 13 there's not even after winning long helping God is even only Bobo thought about it woke up it was a pity that Ling Long could only by looking at Ling Long and she killed an eye using the side she still have just as even after Yun Sheng is last time when Elven Queen housed her hand Sheng's way we almost put Yun Sheng's town however she had a motor can pass through the window and Bobo at this time the elf had a number of times Bobo went from morning to noon thousands of Bobo was still Yun Sheng that set off for 7 tails she should have mastered it unless she you're not while those who didn't know how she still had the Elven Queen she had relied on when you return to the Elven Queen's water-based most people are we just going to watch that however only then she was not although she recognized the illness if this goes on became a god she will not be admitted that she had heard however when she thought about Yun Sheng wasn't right for all of us Yun Sheng had the same opinion Bobo as soon as they heard needless to say this little fellow select great forward said Ling Long who were master god level wait and see was it going Bobo feel their mouth the wolf disease even though Ling Long level she still remember her proud at the mention of light magic Yun Sheng probably for the body witch Yun Sheng also feel that person was that former number 1 must the wolf clan even if Bobo situation was 8 worst would be a demigod I remember that proud 10 years who Ling Long learned is exactly the same the master Hill was born he understood lifespan as the saying if he was here that disease might lower gradually if he wanted a god body he was the danger that even if their appearance changed this human temper an indescribable Yun Sheng this disease after a long time leaving her alive every master thought of master 4 days in past it was can't just keep the Yun Sheng bent down Ling Long took a few steps always the wolf disease little body Ling Long was just you have a disease her face was full of doctor but I can't promise you that these people were already ready to be Yun Sheng thought her joy didn't last at the same time Bobo was shocked they were divine soldiers that was her good friend my own strength she was not trapped after leaving the celestial body at that time Yun Sheng divine power Yun was also real clan elders perhaps I know we will accompany you however great was no problem none of the divine soldiers will always be Bobo if it weren't Yun Sheng Bobo's godly power wouldn't have to be that get lost Bobo patted his chest must have also contracted any 12 she only killed her other abilities to everyone when the great witch doctor Yun Sheng's eyes promised to fix as long as it was Bobo's heart without saying she was take away Yun Sheng chose the best which was the Ling Long did not see the window Bobo however blinked her eyes she was still trying hard not to let the feeling in her eyes being the disease Yun Sheng was only divine master the wolf clan elder was also ordered the people only by opening the 12-hour the warriors of the Hellground there find goofy Yun Sheng had no choice really to arrange the path of the gods protect divine soldiers I will temporarily redefine as long as divine power the few of you stay on the divine realm definitely Yun Sheng celestial clearly how if there's any clan elders Bobo believes as it has to keep definitely even to let out an angry strong Yun Sheng worries that Ling Long's was this woman warriors really going to give up finally they now had a divine realm she actually said this moment wanted to boss Pummy no longer celestial really any trouble in the human world escape spiritual energy shabble like a man how could there be woman with both bows held it was a very Yun Sheng temporarily farewell that divine body is no one can compare to her but I want you to swear and ask could be the hell demon wolf clan elder looked at the woman as soon as he saw her within otherwise looked at even if I kill my wife what are you doing here her pink an additional long curse Yun Sheng glanced in her the two of them had the strong energy fluctuation this moment she really wanted me to wide black hole here I can cure his disease however so it was good to have she could just a breath squeeze Yun Sheng disappeared in front of gently you're not don't seriously soon after give that divine pose emitting smell of pus she beside her ear after being in a whistling there was a series of Yun Sheng fell the doesn't matter the hell demon wolf however you must leave this ignorant celestial fox that was a wolf disease she heard Bo everyone knew that dear master through the god we have arrived in form of master did not even his clansmen as for the latter around her master felt
that
this
Sheen
treat her.
But this
how come the tree
impossible
Bobo would trust
however,
flowing river person who's injured sick child? As long as the embrace, I recommend she buying a blood seal. The injured cannot had any distinctive little demon. Please the familiar little demon concubine. I don't appear to be burning. Ching scorpion as he spoke, he staggered out. Ching Chung knelt down to she was close to good for a moment. She had not known said only one. His life, chapter 13, there was a female with an ordinary god on her face. Entrance of the celestial. He had neither prison. She did not. She was a blonde in the boundless. As if she did not. In the long, she was snatched by N.I.E. making it former Yin turned around, followed and there were many wounds on her body. The seal like the golden past few hundred years was very pleasant. She had been bitten. Never was also this blood language stopped all the thoughts that he would only be able to die. She was bitten by a devil. After hearing Huling Long that he would have held the security around great opportunities and the blood seized up. There were often surroundings like a stone statue took a portion from the looks of it, but several years daughter of this poor man, so-called occasional celestial fox could actually command his also sitting demon wolf tribe. He was originally at her current in his early 20s, although she was because he had used the female injured person had already. The woman's looked much even her breathing sound. There was a smile. His hair was a little gray. The injury is quite serious. Chapter 13. This made her look like a middle-aged Bobo's appearance. The waiting time was she actually looked more like a fellow. She stretched out her hand. There were waves of change dressed and covered the wound. At this moment, hard to change. Rustling sound. Although the hell of Bobo was still an egg, was an outsider. Yin Sheng had also asked her about ears twitch, and she remembered her reaction. Then was similar. No one had come here. The saintess just said that she wanted to absorb all the divine power. There were also 5 major countries. Yin Sheng had major disabled on the continent issued a joint master that Bobo, the celestial fox people looked, of course, at who learned who dared to violate the ban. Bobo was proud of her little by little. My new divine skill or keeping a secret. Why do you have to pretend to be benevolent? Everyone was speechless. You killed the child's father. I feel nervous. All right. Would you be so? I admit that I'm still not familiar with the Huling Long was unwilling to let Yin Sheng steal time to figures walking. The elder of the hell. Don't look down on him. When he saw the person who already accepted, all who begging, he changed his expression, seeing everyone's speechless expression. He let out as he had not spoken to anyone for 2 long. She was anxious to show Goofin's pronunciation. Unfortunately, no one believed Bobo. He seemed to have suddenly become the magic formation. Now you want to kill the chief has only modified. It's the elder of the wolf tribe. Yin Sheng saw a boy. We need to think of a way to rebuild. If I wanted to kill celestial Goofing would age more easily. Why would I take the risk of interrupted by wolf disease? Yin Sheng did not expect. Yin Sheng was already used suddenly to composition of celestial fox. Hearing Yin Sheng's words, the matter was resolved. Chapter 13. In addition, this woman's words Yin Sheng saw Yin Sheng, and she felt a lump in her throat by various cities. You killed the clan leader, and she suddenly felt lucky medical treatment. Aren't you afraid helping the local people? Otherwise, Ling when he grows up, be very sad. They had gained a certain amount of reputation. He killed barbarian. Now I become much more mature. Fewer and fewer scratches. He deserved to die. Although his appearance and number of old and my personal celestial fox, the child is innocent. One could still deserve to see to bring. As for whether or not to the prefecture of Yudu. I'm sorry, Gufone, that will depend on his own ability. And begin to announce that I have the confidence to save them. She felt very sorry for him from the local city manner. The corners of sacrifice she could officially start. She was full of confidence. The power she had promised that she would definitely Bobo's breakthrough made an absolute. However, surged around all these years, everyone who she had completely forgotten about as they boarded the treasure. You bastards! The moment this time, if it weren't for the god suddenly chase all these people sharp. Yin Sheng probably had a face coming to see. Yin Sheng, since this bastard, don't be sad. Dearest master. It's the same whether you die. Bobo called out from the Fox clan. Yin Sheng shook her head. Something happened contracted the wolf disease. Not long after the treasure Goofing had been the Duchy and energy fluctuation. He didn't know anything that happened in the outside world. The son knew that then. Also, he stood with his hands clasped behind his back as he watched. The city guards also closed the 3 of swords, unwilling to let the hell. She returned to the mainland's magic this time. Huling Long even gave an order. The crack appeared on any citizen of Yudu. Even though he couldn't personally appear in front of Bobo. The bustling city gazed, but these days suddenly dignified underworld. Only a few hundred wolf underworld Goofing was puzzled. Would follow the dying child. He looked at Yin, the elder of the wolf clan. He still remembered Bobo's very lovely appearance. When the girl had pink hair, are you really going to treat this child? Because he was afraid even the fearless boss Pong didn't dare to get too close to the child. Goofing had the wolf disease wasn't an ordinary disease. Perhaps, master, with the help of these fake saints in the city, when you become a god in the future, without the supply of reading this silly even the cleverest figure disappeared. At that half an hour, you'll have a way to let his master was absorbing divine Yin Sheng's sad face. Are you doubting, master? Popo couldn't bear it. in a place far away from the human world, you're that egg in the god realm. Bobo heard Popo's tone, and on a vast ice, Master's medical skills jumped up. An ice castle she can treat his hands. This is a true face of this outside the ice castle. Little Ying glared at snowing goose feathers all year, as if she was about to. The ice castle was dozens of the side of the seriously, and on the ground at the bottom, she curiously touched his forehead statue. Her previous appearance in the middle of the statue, she had Yen's magic array was constant. Yin was a pity that now that Qin, however, was already his face words rekindled. Saw this magic array. Can you really definitely recognize the doubtful elders also a future magic? She might be able to bring a magic array. It's useless to send wisps and others. Give me some time. I promise 10 wisps of flames. Yun had lowered her head to look at the little boy that were originally enshrined. Blue and Link to the wolf are fine. I can find you this time. Reorganize about and I prevent others from Yin spoke of the purpose of this magic array. 3 days passed by level like 3 years. Due to the closed city gates, 3 years, no one could heard about faith had been continuously mutated into the entire Yin what's going on these days? Why did you suddenly ask the divine power, the boundless magic array, which was originally very popular, weaker? Also lost. It was a handsome and heavenly fate mirrors the power of stood tall that was supposed to be collected statue God was also unable to be. However, the man's white hair was like a waterfall. What was the situation under his frosty wolf? Therefore, on the brows of his face was there should be no one who she had to ask the same question. His thin lips were cold. Goofing's answers made that his whole person was like directly came into contact. However, in the hand, but also aggressive. There might this time, she should have been infected. This person was the young patriarch. Goofing suddenly changed the topic. She sank her hands and feet, who was computing with festering and infected position, who was listening. But every time she asked where the answer she got, she was almost angered to 3,000. Everything is normal. Goofing smiled embarrassedly. She also just thought the demon wolves. When Goofing was in the continent's magic, this person they seem to have very asked by his teacher how to study many books about. Unlike the demon wolf clan has built many among their own territory. There was a small section every day had long been satisfied with they washed their clothes and all kinds always wanted to expand the territory. The demon wolf clan is however in the beast race. There were many. It was rumored that they were all great with strength and unemployment not enough to. The only thing missing was the news of Moonshine. Sudden death. She might have this made her gaze at the human world in the boundless vast territory. The legend has it that the light bad news suddenly came out of very. However, since ancient times, the human world someone in the city contracted the wolf and even repair. If she long heard the news, control the however. Her face he had to become a world god. Moreover, it was something that finally he got the phone. You city lord. A new world god. I can't be 100% sure that patient and she said she got the chance to. Goofing was also not very sure. It was likely that many people had already come into contact. Goofing, who was known as record, is very likely. There's no cure for the wolf disease. That god level. She also stay in this damn might really exist. Hu Linglong was Shang combined what she immediately flared up. Thought about Hu Ling was still unable to refine Saintess. She was 99% sure. The divine general secretly should have that collect the power of if Hu Linglong left world this light magic all their previous effort given to her just as she Sanchin. What do you think you are? So all if I don't refuse instigated supposed to stay sound and be infected. It seemed that the 10 strands anyway I've collected to originally power was also in cahoots with the god realm. The magic array was originally Hu Linglong glanced at the divine jewel. It was like an extinguished without another ashes. She prepared a carriage, all of us met the celestial the entire magic array. Suddenly became lifeless. After Goofing heard this, she suddenly changed so many things that happened. Seeing that the Saintess had actually abandoned Yin Shang with a group, you have to take back that light magic weapon, divine general. She Sanchian's heart city lord of light magic weapons was different from God. Although the city lord, Sanchian who has the light clan leader, Saintess and her group already opened the city gates. They might be. There's been no news from the moon. Many citizens had seen sun beckoning quickly. As you said, the citizens knew that there were people. The people sent there reported that they had been raised. Even the Saintess was afraid of being infected. Our people have no way to. The situation in the city suddenly became Chapter 1308. The citizen clan warrior knelt on one knee. Bobo also felt sad. Useless city was her master's in his fury. Many people Sanchin waved his sleeve. She was cold on the outside. Seeing that the situation was getting once she recognized the city lord tried to friendly receive. That person didn't even have time to beg for mercy. You said that, my dear master, don't be sad. When he crashed, said that as long as his entire body had already shattered city free. Bobo can feel willing with just one blow. He killed. There's still the path of the gods. Shisanchin's strength. The city lord looked at the people from the hell as long as we settle the matter of the Chapter 13. What he found even more unbelievable was that the boys Sanchez anger young clan leader and the hell Bobo hesitated eyes were filled with that boy was the one who had been on the Moon Pavilion. Bobo is the son beckoning pavilion. He was man-willed existence, the son of the late patriarch of the hell demon wolf. Suddenly raised. They had been destroyed by the divine. He looked no different. The worst life he didn't know who that was. The spots and ulcers on his face. Once one became not be enraged. There was an ancient restriction between the mortal world. When one became Miss Yun Sheng, one's life like celestial fox. In this way, but it wouldn't goofing could be descended. It was she who, my dear master, when did Bobo lie to you? Now, there is no one also said that this time, and a wave Bobo has still a divine surge around. A month ago, there was no news of treasure wolf using treasure eye. Bobo can find divine tools. When he mentioned Yun Sheng divine relics, no more half. He immediately summoned full of respect. Bobo's celestial fox, this special treasure of very power of skill, but you can't even differentiate great which Dr. Saint's was transmitted. Function was also you are really disgraceful. Moon Pavilion and Sun, the human man Luo was raised to the ground. What path the messenger by divine tools. Spent some time with the Phoenix, the great witch doctor of the celestial. The probability of was also one of the spots, especially when Yun Sheng had sent to the. The first thing she had done was to tell him neither that she was his father was not yet proficient. Nam Luo had also been at a loss. No one would also considered this. However, when he saw the changes in the hell demon wolf was familiarizing herself, divine lord, I was just about to tell you the location of the path of the gods. Half a month ago, Yun Sheng told the hell demon wolf clan. This time, girl had power early. Was not the girl Grand Mage's real name was she had a big mount as long as leprosy was properly treated. But she just someone from the mortal realm mastered. She mobilized the wolves to move. Bobo's words describe what that motion suddenly happened. The mortal she also taught them they had to use boiling water. The great witch doctor couldn't contact she. Her cultivation must be only when she Yun Sheng first saw man. The mortal realm, the great witch doctor she had already determined Yun Sheng believed the great witch doctor described Bobo would be able to find leprosy was an incurable disease in the backward. At that time, Goofin would be saved. Even like magician, I'll wait for your good absolute confidence. Right now, she Sanchian's voice, however, in modern times, was already a very final location of the storm was one of the divine. The high temperature caused by boiling water. We can expose ultraviolet rays as some strange pink color. Yun Sheng was the same as the egg of that trash. Bobo nodded and began. Even if Ling Long in the blink of an eye, no one in the entire two of them returned to Feng. Yun Sheng still after Bobo transformed, but this characteristic was enough. The sense of direction used was indeed to confirm Popo's to convey them in a way that the wolves could understand. However, so-called as soon as they returned to their original, the wolves were half believing Yun Sheng, who had been doubting Yun Sheng's words. The deity world treasured shit piece of trash, especially when Man Luo's body hadn't it been killed in the other's great battle. The wolves started just half a day's time. A dark light corpses. Yun Sheng even suggested that the wolves should great witch doctor the city, the surroundings were the common language. It was obvious that a battle had just taken place. No matter what the situation is not right, you must kill universe. That was why Man Luo and the elders came to Feng. Sanchian wished he could immediately Yun Sheng's beautiful eyes, but if that one for the hell wolf tribe would be given birth, there were no people, so he was unable to leave. Feng City's master had a sudden realization. Obviously, don't worry. The situation not just now must have been the great witch immediately opened the city gates, divine soldiers, and divine generals, and went to the hell wolf tribe to bring back the real celestial appearance of those corpses. Perhaps only the patriarchs, different from the last time when they were chased out of few existences. These corpses went all Bobo and the rest. The great witch doctor was still worried about how divine generals. Master, we have one back temple. But it seemed that they were also we let that killing them would be any of the Ling Long at this time. Instead, Yun Sheng people from other Bobo was a little rushing to Feng City. Among these worked hard in the wheel. There were tiger people. In terms of that Ling Long, the celestial realm treasure ship was been worshipped as a very ferocious celestial fox who had transformed. Why did these people attack the now that her deeds were however the treasure ship was big enough? A burst of gloomy modified with special. Master had promised to stay in so was not a problem. Immediately after, dozens of shadows. Counting night for beasts, who Ling Long would have to escape appeared from all directions and corners. Put in a lot of effort. These beast Ling Long can really return to his treasure ship. There some other powerful you have overestimated wandered around. With the help of the celestial other beast clans, you have also underestimated celestial fox tribal nation, celestial small tribal nation. Yun Sheng smiled. She looked at the celestial fox temple. They had already extremely daring. Her eyes were filled with. I've already sent wasteland. She didn't think that Hu Ling Long could escape after Yu Sheng entered the south. She has done many, just like the nobles, even wolf
Now,
disease,
there are many
other
people in the South
you
who
really are
respect
a
lowly
person
person
who can't be killed as the new celestial
Ling Long brought her people.
However,
before
as
you
the celestial
left
fox
city,
tribal nation
she had
was
already
declining
made a
day
plan.
by day.
She ordered
She only
Queen
had one
governance
thought
demon
in surrounding
subordinates,
areas,
and that was to rush
secretly follow
back
Yushan
to the south.
as long as she still
Yushan was
had
also
even
smart.
some of the stronger.
She did not
Yushan
say that
clans
she
dared
returned
to
into
enter
the
the
capital
statue
city
every
full
time
of
celestial
face.
fox tribal.
Her
She would
father
call
would
herself
definitely
Beast Clan
army
Army
in front of
make her
him,
the true
which was a mix
those
of ignorant
celestial fox people
was
had
one of
already
them. Holding the
believed
statue away
Yushan
from
and
words,
Yunsheng
who Ling Long's
believed
eyes
that
were
she was
filled
the
with
celestial
pride.
fox.
It was as if she
She
had already
my dear
herself,
master,
and there was a
that
row of
woman is
steel-like
steel-like
gray
fox.
hair on his back.
Suddenly,
I think that when you reach
the
this
king
person's
was
hands and
stopped.
feet,
You should just say
what's going on?
nails like
Who allowed you to
iron
stop?
claws.
Popo
Didn't I
listened
say
to
gray
you
eyes
travel
would
through the
look
night.
disdain
He looked
and
that old,
indescribably
so
so
shameless.
Demon
Ling
Wolf
Long
Clan of
lifted
Hell.
the curtains.
Yunsheng
had a photographic memory.
The carriage
However,
stopped
when she was in
Song
Fair
Square.
she had
not
obtained
on
some
the
information
master.
about the beast
Fan
clans
Jun
that will not
ate other
waste
stood
the
outside the
continent.
carriage.
Yunsheng smiled.
She remembered that she had
as
seen
she
this
spoke.
plan before.
The
They looked
treasure
at
who
Ling
Ling
Long
gradually
as if she were a
descended.
corpse.
It was the most
there was no
powerful
warmth
beast
in their
city
eyes.
of
The
the
largest
What were you doing?
prefecture.
They were
Ling
good
Long
at
scout
in order to
ground.
prevent the people,
And they were
these
the most
people,
feared
stupid
assassins.
Yunsheng had
It's all
Yi
because of
Weisheng
you.
stopped
that
the
great
treasure.
It was said that
Dr.
the cause of the
almost
demon
ruined
wolf
city.
clan of hell.
The elves were already useless.
Lost Rock
Feather. Why should we keep you alive?
Even the black
Fan
Shilling
Jun's
tribe
face
was
was
full
full
of
of
disdain.
She brought
Due
little
to
always
Ling
had
Long's
amazing
defense,
and the
her
dream
identity
otter had a headache.
fake
Fake
scientists
scientists
had been exposed
However,
prematurely.
after
The
the
informants
informants
they had
came
left in
to
Feng
the
Yu City had
Wastelands
sent news
continent
that
she had
Yunsheng
never
had already
interacted
brought a
with the
group
demon
of
wolf
Hell
clan
Wolf
of
Clan's
Hell.
clansmen.
Why would they want to kill
Feng
them?
Yu City.
However,
The people of the
Yin
city
Shi
had
soon had
already
an answer to her
recognized
question.
her
As
abandoned
the saintess
God, the heavenly fox
the most
clan.
burly
In a
demon
few
wolf
days,
of hell,
Yunsheng
lowered
would
his
also
head
gather a
and
certain
growled
amount of power
few times
faith
with the other
and
demon
returned to
wolves
city.
beside him. What do you
The
want?
demon wolf clan
I'm a
of hell
saintess
was
of
a very
celestial fox.
reclusive beast.
You can't
clan.
kill me.
They
Ling
disdained
Long
to
was
interact
trembling
with humans
in fear,
so their language
However,
skills were poor.
how could she be a
They
match
only
for
knew
this
how to
group
communicate
of
in the
fiendish
wolf clan's
divine
language.
soldiers,
However,
and divine generals from
after
the God realm
Yunsheng
alone.
received
After
the
a
beast language
mournful
inheritance
scream,
from celestial
a few
fox,
night owls were
she had
startled
become
and
proficient
flew
in
away.
all the beast clan
forest
languages
returned to
of
calm.
the 8 wastelands continent. From the conversation of the demon wolves, she could roughly understand what was
Chapter
going on.
13,
The leader of the demon wolves
on the ground,
was called Man
who Ling
Luo,
Long lay in
and
a
he was
pool
the
of
current
blood.
chief.
Her
of
chest
the
was
demon
no
wolf clan
longer
of hell.
moving. They
and
had
she was
received
no
a
longer
secret
breathing.
report from somewhere.
Fan Jun took out
saying
the
that the
statue
abandoned
of
god
faith
of
from
the
her
God
body.
realm
He
had
then cut
appeared
off
in the
Ling
outskirts
Long's
of
right
Yudu.
palm. When
After
they rushed
doing
the
all
outskirts,
this,
the
they had a
divine
fierce
soldiers
battle
and
with Boss
divine
Feather
generals
Rock on the
quickly
God
left.
realm's treasure
The
ship.
smell of blood
in the end,
and corpses
Boss Feather
attracted
Rock
a
and
few
the others were
daring
no
owls.
match for the
They
abandoned
flapped
god
their wings
and could
and
only
landed
rely
on
on
the
the
speed of the
speed
treasure ship to
One of the
escape.
owls aimed
Just as
at
the
who
demon
Ling
wolves
Long's
of
heart
hell
and
were
pecked at it.
furious.
Who knew
They
that
sharply
at this
smelled
moment,
the aura
the corpse
of the
on the
god
ground
realm
suddenly
nearby.
moved.
Only then did they
and
come
a
back
hand
to
suddenly
outflank
grabbed
them.
the owl's
Man
neck.
Luo
Crack.
just didn't know
Yi
which
Xiao
of the
didn't
two
even
women
have the
in front
time
of
to
him
struggle
was
for
the
a moment
real
before his
abandoned
bones
god.
shattered.
This person
he was actually
can
choked to
understand
death.
our language.
Throwing the owl
Man
away,
Luo
who Ling
quickly
Long
realized
sat up.
that
The blood on her body
could
had
actually
not
understand
yet
the language.
coagulated.
Previously,
And the cut on her
I had
right
made
hand
abandoned god
was
green.
even more shocking.
Thank you,
Great
for
shaman
everyone's
doctor,
reminder.
Yu Chong.
Big Fu Zi,
How dare you two
whose
old
brain
farts
was
burn
stuck,
the bridge
bowed
after crossing
and
the river.
apologized.
I, Hu Ling Long, am no idiot. Hu Ling Long spat on the
Chapter
ground
13
and raised her left hand.
I am the candidate
which was still
saintess of the
intact,
celestial fox
wiping her
tribal
left hand
nation,
on the ground.
Yun Sheng.
Hu Ling Long's left
Demon
wrist
wolves of
had an
hell.
additional tattoo.
How dare you commit
After
murder
seeing the
in the
tattoo,
underworld?
Hu Ling Long's
Yin Sheng's
eyes lips
regained their
moved as
luster.
she skillfully
She quickly
spat out
placed
the
her
language
left
of the demon
hand
wolf
on her
tribe.
injured right hand.
Previously, just like
Yin
how she had
Sheng was
treated
still regretting
countless
that she had
times
somehow
celestial
obtained
fox
some
temple
beast
in the
language
past month.
inheritance
A
from
magical
Rulin's beast
fluctuation
language ring,
appeared on her left
causing
hand,
her to be
and the
unable
sound
to
of
learn the
flesh
more
and
useful
blood
prophecy.
squirming could be
However,
heard from her chopped
from the looks
right
of it
hand.
now,
After
beast
the
language
disgusting
was still
sound
somewhat
of flesh
useful.
growing,
Celestial
Ling
Fox,
Long's severed hand magically
after
grew
learning of
back
Yun
in
Sheng's
less than a
identity.
quarter of an hour.
Man Luo,
The newly
was also
grown right
shocked.
hand
He had
was
also
no
heard that the
different from
seven-tailed
normal,
celestial
except
fox
that it was
of the
slightly
slightly
fox
paler
tribe
than normal, was in Yudu.
Great Witch Doctor,
ordinary celestial
time,
fox.
I really
demon
have to
wolves of
thank
hell
you
for your
and
shaman
Man Luo
artifact.
probably
You would never
wouldn't
have
care
thought
about
that the
them.
shaman
However,
artifact
the
engraved
seven-tailed
on my
celestial
right hand would
fox
go to my left
was a
hand.
celestial fox
Hu Ling
Saint
Long's
candidate.
face
This
flushed red
identity
again.
was somewhat
She looked at her
taboo
left
for the
hand
demon wolves
and
of
then at
hell
her
and
right
Man
hand
Luo.
with satisfaction.
However,
after
he
Hu
didn't
Ling
expect
Long
that the
left
saint
for the
is from
north,
whose city,
Master
who was
Magus
comfortable
Doctor
in the
gave
celestial
Hu Ling
fox
Long
temple,
another
would
powerful
actually
weapon,
sleep
a
outdoors
mysterious
in the
magic
wilderness.
tool.
You
that
know
allowed
beast
Hu Ling
language,
Long
so
to
you were the
become a divine
true
doctor.
celestial
Hu Ling Long
fox
didn't know
saintess.
what the weapon was,
Although Man
and the
Luo
Great Witch
was a
Doctor
demon wolf,
didn't want to tell her too much.
He was much smarter
However, than the
when the
ignorant
immortal
commoners
general
in Feng
sealed
City.
the weapon.
He didn't
on
suspect
Hu Linglong's
Yun
right
Shang's
hand
identity in the form of a
Since
tattoo.
Yun Shang's
Hu
identity
Linglong
had been
became
confirmed,
different from before.
then the woman beside
After
her
Hu
must be the
Linglong
abandoned
obtained
god.
the shaman artifact,
After confirming
she could treat
Bobo's
almost all
identity,
kinds of
the
diseases.
group of
just
demon
by
wolves of
using her
hell
right hand.
looked at Bobo.
It was also
in
because of
unison.
this
Their
unknown
gazes
magical
were
tool
as if they had
that
seen
Hu
a
Linglong
delicious
was
prey.
able to make
Bobo,
the ignorant celestial
I'm afraid
fox
your
people
identity has
believe
been exposed.
that she was the true
Yun
saint.
Shang had already sensed
Everything had
that
been
something
arranged
was
by the
amiss.
great.
These
which
people's
doctor long
target was
ago.
indeed Bobo. The demon wolves of hell were indeed,
If it wasn't
not
for Hu
ordinary
Linglong
beasts.
suddenly facing
Yun
the wolf
Shang
disease
could feel a
and
very
not being able to
strong energy
overcome
from
her
their
psychological
bodies.
barrier.
Furthermore,
She might have been able
the
to
deeper
use
the
the
night,
shaman artifact
the stronger
to
the
hide
energy
her
waves
identity
were.
as an
These
imposter.
people were vicious
When
to
Hu
the
Linglong
extreme,
used the shaman
all of them
artifact,
desperados.
she had already
Compared
discovered
to
the
the
magical
three
aspect
brothers
of
from
the shaman
before,
artifact.
they were not
She also
willing to
suddenly
yield.
realized that
Along
the
the way,
shaman artifact
the reason why
was
Yun
the
Shang had
fundamental
been so
reason
careful
why
and
the
low-key
great witch
was
doctor
to prevent
had
the
been able to
identity
obtain
of abandoned
such a
god
high
Bobo
status from
in the
being
celestial
exposed.
fox tribe.
She did not
for so
expect that
many
Hu
years.
Linglong
Hu
and the
Linglong
others
was a
would use this
narrow-minded and
opportunity
greedy
to
person.
steal the
Since she had
identity
seen the
of
benefits of
celestial
the shaman
fox
artifact.
as candidate.
How could she not be
You're right.
greedy? Your
She wanted to take it
accomplices
for
have
herself
already
day and
been
night.
chased away by
But she
us.
didn't do it
I
because
advise
she was
you
afraid
to
of the
obediently
great witch
accept
doctor
your death.
and the immortal
Seeing
general.
that Yun Shang
Until the day
and Bobo
before they left
were
Feng
just
City,
two people,
the immortal
Man
general
Luo
and the
was
immortal
even
general
more
were
fearless.
busy monitoring
Even
the
though she
movements
was the
of hell
abandoned
demon
god,
wolf tribe.
she was still
and
a god
neglected
that had yet
to keep an
mature.
eye on Hu Linglong.
Even an ordinary beast
Finally,
could kill
Hu Linglong
such a
found
god.
chance.
Hu
You wanna win
Linglong
with fewer
quietly
people?
dug out
There was
the
no
mysterious
fear
brand
in
of the
Yun
shaman
Shang's
artifact
laughter.
that was
On the
originally
contrary,
implanted in her right
there was a
hand.
trace of
and then
gentleness
implanted it on her left
when
hand.
Man Luo heard
She
this,
also used
he couldn't
a good
understand
medicine
Yun
to
Shang's
regenerate
intentions.
muscles.
After the wound on
Without
her
another
right
word,
hand healed,
Bobo's
she
pink
pretended
figure
to
suddenly
carve a tattoo
disappeared.
that was almost identical to the original
In the
one.
blink of an eye,
everything was done
the two
flawlessly.
demon wolf warriors,
However,
standing on
Hu Linglong
either side
didn't
of
expect
man,
that
Luo
such an
shot out
unintentional
like a
action of
violent
hers
storm.
would save her
The
life.
tyrannical
in the end.
demon wolf
After
warriors
killing Hu
spat
Linglong,
out blood from
Fan
their
Zhen
mouths.
followed the
Their
great
sternum
witch doctor's
made a terrible
order
sound
and brought back
as they
Hu
were
Linglong's
swept to the
right
ground
hand.
like fallen
He didn't
leaves
notice
in autumn.
that the divine
When the
level
two
shaman
landed,
artifact
there were two
tattoo
huge holes
on
in
Hu
the ground.
Linglong's right hand
It was clear
was
how
fake,
terrifying
just like
the
herself.
force that had been applied
Thinking
to
about
them
it,
was.
Hu Linglong
Man
was
Luo's
also
vision
scared.
blurred.
She
Bobo
also
had
became
already
more aware
returned
of
to
the
her original
cruelty
position.
of the great
She
witch
clenched her
doctor
fists
and the others.
and deliberately
They took
made
away the
crackling
statue of
sounds.
faith.
Her
In
pretty
this way,
face was
Yu
full
Shang
of
has
smiles.
two statues
Are you really
of faith.
wolves? This
I
time,
thought you were tofu.
the sadist
How
will
did you
break
definitely
with a
be Yu
touch.
Shang?
Both the
Bobo's
great witch
strange
doctor
strength
and Yu
was
Shang
very
are
shocking.
not kind
Her
people.
speed was also
If
very
they know I'm
fast.
still alive,
The demon
and have
wolves of
swapped
hell
the shaman artifact,
who had thought that the
they won't let me
abandoned
go.
god's strength
Hu
was
Linglong
weak,
was full
turned
of hatred
pale when they
but she
saw
didn't
this
dare
scene.
to return
Looking
to
at
the celestial
Popo's
fox
ruthlessness
tribe and expose
helped
their
demon
evil
wolf
deeds.
barbarian
After
Luo
weighing the
revealed
pros and
a
cons,
somewhat callous
Hu Linglong
smile.
decided
He wasn't scared
not
by
to return
Bobo.
to Hu capital
His
for the
body
time being.
slightly
She
bent
let Yun
like a
Shang
half-bent
and Yu
bow,
Shang fight
and his
among
sharp
themselves.
wolf claws
If
suddenly
Yun Shang
clawed
was
out.
killed, a
That
wave
would be
of
even
biting,
better.
cold
Hu Linglong
dough
touched her
she
cheek
formed on his
and
claws,
suddenly thought of something.
and two balls of
Her
light
lips
like the
curled
moon
into a
formed on his
sinister
claws.
smile.
The
She
silver
staggered
moon
her
rose
feet
slowly
and looked at the sky.
and turned into two
After
balls
determining
of
the
light.
direction,
When the balls
she
of
fled
light appeared
toward the nine
it was
Yuan
accompanied by
tribe.
bursts
After
of
days
wolf
of running.
howls. The divine general
thunderstorm,
finally
two balls of
returned
lightning
to the shaman
flashed
doctor
on
tower.
Man Luo's
10 days
palms.
later,
Die.
with the statue
Man
of faith.
Luo roared.
Inside
The two
the
balls of
shaman
light
doctor
rushed
tower,
towards
Yu
Bobo
Shang and the
Rumble.
great witch
The
doctor
balls
were
of
already
light
exploded in midair, setting off a terrifying explosive
Over the past
force.
2 months,
Bobo's
Yu Shang
expression
had won the trust of
changed
many
greatly.
people in the
She
southern
threw
part
out
of
the
the
divine
celestial
sickle
fox
in her
tribe
hand.
with the
The
experience
divine
and
sickle
cold puppet
collided with
arts
the two
she'd
balls of lightning
accumulated as a
flashes
saintess.
and was sent
Her
flying.
statue of faith
The divine
was
weapon
now
was damaged.
filled with the power
Bobo's
of faith.
throat heated
Great
up,
witch doctor,
and there was a fishy
Lady Yu
sweetness
Shang,
surging
these
up.
are the statue
Bobo,
of
come
faith
back, and the
He's
shaman
not someone you
artifact
can deal with.
we took from Hu
Yin
Linglong.
Shang was horrified.
The divine
She
general
looked at the
bowed
sky.
slightly.
It was already
and
night.
handed the statue
At night,
of faith,
the demon wolf's
and Hu
strength
Linglong's right
would
hand
increase
to Yu
greatly.
Shang, and the
This
great
battle
which
couldn't be
doctor
dragged on.
respectively.
Otherwise,
Hu Linglong can
it would be
finally
even more
be of some use
disadvantageous
before
for
she
them.
dies.
Man Luo
This time,
suddenly
she's
looked up to
returned
the
with a
sky
bountiful
and
harvest.
roared.
Countless
Yushang
silver
looked at the
gray
statue
rays
of
of
faith
light burst
and
out
saw
from
that
his
it was
body.
densely
In the
packed
sky,
with power
the gray
of faith.
fighting chi
She didn't expect Hu
gathered
Linglong
a
to
flying
be able
hell
to collect
wolf
so
appeared
much
in the
power
sky.
of faith
Yin
with the
Shang
help of the
protected
shaman artifact.
Bobo. It seemed to be
behind her.
comparable to
Her
her
expression
harvest
was
in the
cold.
south.
Magic
However,
power quickly
since the
condensed
statue of
into
faith
two
was
magic
already in her
wings
hands,
behind her back.
the power
She
of
leaped
faith
into the sky.
inside
Yin Shang
naturally belonged
rose
to
into
her.
the sky.
She'd heard
Her
that
eyes
Yin
were
Shang
sharp.
had finally
Her
won the
throat
trust of
rolled,
the people
and a
in
loud
City
roar
in the last
came
few
from her
days.
throat.
Unfortunately,
That roar,
there were
if
only
one
a few
listened
days
carefully,
left.
Even if Yun
roar
Sheng
of
had
a beast
heaven-defying abilities,
It was rumbling
there was
like
nothing
thunder.
she could do.
When the hell wolf
this
on the
time,
ground heard it,
she didn't
he
believe
felt a
that
piercing
Yun Sheng wouldn't be
pain
defeated.
in his ears.
Thinking of
The
this,
blood in his body
a sinister
was
smile
surging.
appeared on Yun
In the sky,
Sheng's enchanting
Man
face.
Luo was also surprised.
She was already
He didn't
impatiently
expect the
waiting for
opponent
Yun
to have
Sheng to
such
lose to
momentum.
her and
Yun
have an
Sheng
extremely
was a different
disappointed
person from
look on her
before.
face. Big Fuzi's new
The
book,
magic scepter
the
in her
Divine
hand
Doctor's
was
abandoned
raised in
daughter.
the air.
The Ghost
Countless
Emperor's
dark
wild
magic
beast tamer
power
concubine
gathered around
has been
her.
released.
The clouds in the
new
sky
book is about the
rushed
legendary
crazily.
little wildcat.
The sky
and
looked
night
like it was
fox.
going to collapse.
Everyone, Yun Sheng's
remembered a bookmark
five-colored
and
magic
recommended.
soul
During the
quickly
period
changed
when the
color.
new book is
It turned
rushing
into
up
a
the
dark
rankings.
magic soul.
Please vote for it.
Demon God,
If you bookmark it well,
transformation,
both
first
the new
level,
and old books
dark
will be
heavenly
updated.
thorn. The dark magic power in the sky condensed into heavenly thorns that were as thick as
Chapter
an arm.
13,
The
15.
speed of the heavenly
Compared to
thorns
Yu Shang's
was too
smug
fast
expression,
to be described
the
with
great
words.
witch doctor's
When
expression
the heavenly
changed
thorns
when she saw
tore
Hu
through the
Linglong's
sky,
severed hand.
there seemed to be
The shaman
countless
artifact
ghosts
is no
dancing
longer
in
in
the
Hu
sky.
Linglong's
Boom.
right hand. Man
Where's her
Luo's
body?
body was hit
Hu
by the
Linglong's
heavenly
trick
thorns.
could fool the
like a
divine
moth
generals,
on fire,
but not
the
the
great
down.
witch doctor.
Hell Wolf,
She could tell
Man
at a glance
Luo
that
was
there was
killed.
something wrong
Around
with the
dawn,
tattoo.
the city
on the severed
gate of
hand.
Feng Yu
The
City
great witch
opened.
doctor
The
didn't
sleepy
care that
city
it was a
guards
severed hand.
opened the city gate.
She wiped the tattoo
Drip,
with
drip,
her finger.
drip. The
Something
color of
fell
the
from the city
tattoo
gate.
faded.
The city
and there was
guard
nothing
raised his
left
hand.
on the hand.
It was bright
fake.
red. Yu
He
Shang
looked
was
up.
shocked.
The witch
The
tranquility
doctors
of
of the
Feng
Celestial
Yu
Fox
City
tribe had a
in the morning
mysterious
was
shaman
broken.
artifact passed
Soon,
down.
the news
from
spread
generation
throughout the
to
entire
generation.
Feng Yu
The
City.
shaman
When the
artifact
god
was
general
maintained
under
with
Hu
flesh and
Linglong
blood.
arrived,
and it
the
wouldn't be
corpse on the city
damaged for
gate had
thousands of
already been
years.
moved down.
Only the
It was
leaders
a
of the
hideous
celestial
wolf
fox
corpse.
people.
The
sharp
saintess of
arrow
celestial
pierced
fox
through the wolf's
and the
chest.
great witch
From the
doctor
fur,
knew this.
it wasn't an ordinary
Even the
wolf.
council of elders.
It was a hell
didn't know
wolf
much
that had
about it.
committed
This
many
time,
evil deeds.
The great witch
in the
doctor
Yudo
had
region.
paid a great
It's
price
Man Luo,
to let Hu Linglong
the chief of the Hell
replace
Wolf tribe.
Yun Sheng.
When the people in
and obtain
Feng
the
Yu
power of
City
faith.
saw
She
the
took
wolf
out the
corpse,
shaman artifact
they
from her
cheered
body
in joy and sealed it in Hu Linglong's body. She thought that someone like Hu Linglong wouldn't dare.
Chapter 13.
Who knew that Hu
Hell demon
Linglong would
wolves
try to
were a
steal
very
the shaman
ferocious
artifact.
beast clan
That damned
in
Hu
this area.
Linglong,
Especially
dare
their
she
demon
scheme
wolf
against me?
clan leader.
The great
Man
witch
Luo,
doctor's cloudy
who was
eyes
cold-blooded
burned with
and
anger.
ferocious.
Fan
He usually didn't
quickly
commit
returned
crimes
in
nearby.
search for Hu Linglong's
Unexpectedly,
whereabouts.
he was shot
Since
to
that
death by
woman
an arrow.
still has the shaman
God General
artifact,
Fan
she
Jun's
must be
gaze
alive.
suddenly
She knows
turned
everything
cold.
about me.
The leader of
and
Hell
the
Demon
Saintess.
Wolf Clan,
When you
was one of
find
the
her,
few
you must kill
relatively
her
powerful
and take
beast
back
clan
the shaman
leaders
artifact.
who had received the
The
news
great
that
witch
he had
doctor was
released earlier.
furious. He had been
She
killed.
wanted to search for
He
Hu
went without
Linglong
saying
herself.
who did it.
But considering that Yu
Unexpectedly,
Shang was about
that
to become
Yun
the
Sheng,
saintess of
an
celestial
abandoned
fox,
god,
she couldn't
were
leave
much
Hu
more
City
powerful
without
than he had
permission.
imagined.
Yes,
Everyone,
witch.
there's no need
Fan
to
Jun
panic.
didn't expect
Man
to be
Luo
fooled by
has
Hu Linglong.
always committed crimes.
He immediately took
and
some
the
divine
Saintess has
weapons
always
to
wanted to kill
search
him.
for Hu Linglong.
Unexpectedly,
Don't worry,
before she could
great
do
witch
anything,
doctor.
he
When
had
I become
already
the
suffered
saintess
the
of celestial
retribution he
fox,
deserved.
I'll put
Therefore,
Hu Linglong
those
on
who
the wanted
disrespect
list.
the Saintess will
Yu
not
Shang
be able to
clenched the
escape
statue
death
of
in the
faith
end. In her hand.
Fan Jun was
The next
indeed
day,
someone who had seen
Yu Shang
big
brought the
scenes.
statue of faith
He shook his
into the
voice
celestial
and announced to the
palace.
people.
I've
This
already
Fan
received
Jun
a
was
message
also
from
quick-witted.
Quick-witted from the
His
north.
ambiguous
Something
words
happened
made
to
the
her
people
when she was in
immediately
the north.
think that this
She'll need another
evil
5 or
wolf,
6
Meng
days
Luo,
to return.
was
When
killed
the time
by the
comes,
celestial fox
all of you will
Saintess.
undergo the
So what if they
final
kill Man
test
Luo
at the
He
celestial
could use this
fox
opportunity
shrine.
to build up
Hu
Hu
Qianqiu
Linglong's
wasn't too surprised by
prestige
Yu Shang's
in Feng Yu
early
City.
return.
Whoosh!
Hu Qianqiu was
cold
very
arrow
clear
shot
about the
out from
situation
nowhere.
in the north
It hit
and
the city
south.
gates squarely.
If there was anything to
The
blame,
arrow had
it
sunk
could only be
several
blamed
inches
on Yun
deep in the
Sheng's
city
bad
gate.
luck.
The people
Drawing
who were
to
still in
relatively
heated
chaotic
discussion
However,
immediately quieted
only in
down.
chaotic times
There was also
could
a piece
true
of paper
talents be born.
on that cold
Hu
arrow.
Qianqiu had also
There were a
heard
few words
that
written
Yun
on the
Sheng's
paper.
trip to the north
The
this
outcome
time was
was
not
not
small.
small.
Hiss! Someone drew in a cold breath.
Everyone
It was said that she
knew
had
that the
even tamed
celestial
the
fox
unruly
Saintess who had been
Hell
clearing
Demon
out
Wolf tribe.
bandits and
However,
devil beasts.
Yu
in
Shang's
various
achievements
parts of
were
Yudu
also impressive.
Was said
She had won a good
extraordinary
reputation in the
archery
south
skills
for both
when
in
she
doe
killed
and
devil
celestial
beasts.
fox.
She used an
Thus,
arrow Uchinchio to kill them.
Uchinchio was even
Although
more
the one in the
conflicted.
Celestial
He
Fox
could only
Temple
wait
had
for the two of
extraordinary
them to
medical
display
skills.
the power
She
of
seemed to have
faith
never
they had
used an arrow
gathered
before coming to a
In
conclusion.
addition to that piece of
5
paper,
or 6 days
the
later,
people couldn't help
Yun
but
Sheng
reveal
and
suspicious
the others
looks
rushed
when they
back
compared
to
it with the
Hudo
tragic
amidst
death
the
of
anticipation
Man
of everyone
Fanjin's
in
expression
Hudo.
was also
Not long
very
after they
ugly.
returned.
The feeling of being
Uchinchio
shot
ordered
in
the
head
great shaman
wasn't good.
doctor
In
and
the
the
end,
council of elders
the matter
to
of
head to
Man
the celestial
Luo being
fox
killed
shrine
was
together
forcefully
for the final
suppressed by
test
the celestial
of
fox
Saintus.
But the next day,
as soon as they
something
arrived at
even
the celestial
stranger happened.
fox shrine,
Once again,
the
at the city
entire
gates,
shrine
they
was
discovered the
packed to
corpse of
brim.
another
The scale of the
magical
bustle
beast
was
clan
even
leader.
greater.
This
than
time,
the previous
it was the clan
celestial
leader
fox
of the Blazing
Saintus
Tiger
ceremony.
clan.
After
The third
all,
day,
The Saintess
The
selection
fourth
this
day,
time was longer
all the
than
way
any
until the
other
fifth
Saintess
day,
selection.
the corpses of the
heavenly
magical
fox
beast
in the
patriarchs
past.
who had
To a
committed
certain
crimes in the
extent,
vicinity
it
would
was
appear
also
on the
because
city
of the
gates
difficulty of the
almost
selection
every day.
that the new
Without
Saintess
exception,
popularity
they were
and
all killed by
prestige
arrows.
reached new
The same
heights.
note,
The
Hu
same way of
Qianxiu,
death.
the
Trash.
great shaman doctor,
All you were just there for
and the
show.
council of elders
Spread
had
the
already
word
noticed
and let the
this
other
when they
beasts
entered
take
the
action.
celestial fox shrine. Not long after Hu
Naturally,
Qianxiu,
someone would take
and the
care of
others
that
entered,
bitch
Yun Sheng.
Now, that's
and
how
Yu
it's
Sheng
done.
walked in
When Hu
separately.
Linglong saw
A
the
wave
same
of
earth-shattering
slips of paper
cheers,
she
she
was
was
so
overturned
angry
the
that her
entire
face
celestial
turned
fox
pale.
shrine. She pointed at the
Qianxiu
noses of
and
the
the
divine
others were
soldiers
astonished.
and divine
Yu Sheng,
generals,
the
and
pride of the
cursed loudly.
purebred,
Because of this
celestial
incident,
fox.
the number of
Yun
people
Sheng,
who came to
we
the
have
celestial
peace to support
fox
you.
shrine
Almost
to pay their
equal
respects
cheers
had
rose
decreased
and
significantly.
fell one after
The amount of
another,
faith power
making the
she
heavenly
could gather
fox
was
temple,
also decreasing,
which used to be
Hu
quiet
Linglong
and
had a
sacred,
guilty conscience.
suddenly become
She felt that
a
the
noisy
celestial
sea.
fox people were
The
looking at her
popularity
strangely.
and cheers were
All of
much
this
higher
was because
than
of
when
Hu
Hu
Qianxiu. That woman
the great
actually
shaman
used
doctor,
underhanded
and the others
means
had
when
entered.
she couldn't do
It
it
was no
openly.
wonder.
Saintess,
Sheng and
we've
Yu
already
Sheng were both
investigated
unprecedented
everywhere, but they don't have a
celestial
fixed
fox
residence.
beauties.
When we
They
attacked,
were young, but
their
killed
appearances
those
were
clan
the
leaders.
best of the best.
They also moved
They each
from
had the
one
support
place
of
to
the
other.
purebred.
We can't find them at all.
half-beastmen.
The
So they
divine
each had
general
their own
also
audience.
looked very
Hu Qianxiu
unlucky.
frowned.
In short,
He suddenly
we all
realized that
trashed.
the Saintess selection this time,
Fortunately,
no
I've
matter
already
the result,
persevered for
would
so
be a
many
wedding
days.
dress for
After
someone
tomorrow,
I'll
no
have
matter who
collected enough
became the
faith
Saintess,
power. Her
once this matter
prestige
is
in the
over,
tribe would
you can go and
surpass
kill that
his in the
bitch.
future.
Hu Linglong
This was not a
was
good
annoyed.
thing.
She only
Qianxiu's
needed
expression
7 days,
changed and
but he
7
carefully
nights
concealed
to collect enough
On the other
faith power
side,
for the
Hu
statue of
Qianxiu's
faith.
eyes were
Her
filled
mission
with
would be
anger
considered
and
complete
hatred when
when she returned to Hu capital.
Hu Linglong had
Both
disguised
Yu Shang
herself
and
as Yun Sheng
would be defeated
and
by
gone
her.
to the north.
Hu Linglong
Half a month
rejoiced
ago,
in her heart.
she had written
Divine
to Hu
General
Qianxiu
Fanzhui
that she would
also
return to
sneered
Hu
when he
capital
saw
in a
this.
few days.
This stupid
However,
woman is
until
still
today,
dreaming of being
there was
the
still no
Saintess
news
of
from
the
his
heavenly
daughter,
fox
Hu
shrine.
Linglong.
She probably
Hu
doesn't know
Qianxiu's
that
heart
she is
was
about to
burning
die.
with anger.
However,
He suspected
no matter
that his
what,
daughter had been
they had to
secretly
wait until
killed by
tomorrow.
Yun Sheng. Once the
He would not
deadline
let
of
this
7
woman
days
become
and
the
7
Saintess
nights was
so
over
easily.
there was no
The people
need
began
for
to
the real
discuss
or fake
fervently.
Yun Sheng to stay. In the outskirts of Fengyu City,
Everyone knew
a
that
treasure
whoever
ship was
obtained the
traveling
most
power
at a low
of faith
altitude.
in today's
When a nearby
final
beast
test
saw the
would
ship,
become the new
they
Saintess
acted as if they had
of the
seen
Celestial
something
Fox tribe.
terrifying and
Yun Sheng
scattered
walked
in an
over,
uproar.
but Yu Sheng's
Master,
face was
kill
full of
whoever
disdain.
comes.
You still
The
dare to
magical
come?
Beast Clan
If I were
leaders who
you,
came to play with
I
us
wouldn't
recently
embarrass myself
are
by
so
returning
scared
to
that they're
capital.
hiding far away.
You should know that you are no
Bobo
match for
looked
me.
at the scattered
Yu
beasts
Sheng deliberately
and complained
waved
with a pout.
the 2
Ever since
statues
that day,
in front of
when
Yun Sheng.
barbarian Luo
Yun
was
Sheng's
killed,
expression
Master had
didn't change much when she
consecutively
saw
challenged
the 2
a few
statues.
powerful
As
magical
expected,
beast clans nearby.
you were the one who arranged
Yun Sheng's
for Hu
intention
Linglong.
was very
That
simple.
foolish woman,
Since
I'm
Bobo's
afraid
identity
she's
had been
paying the price
exposed
now.
it was better for
Ha-ha.
her to find the
You should
enemy
worry
herself
about yourself
than to run
instead.
around
When
and
I become the
hide from
Saintess,
enemy's pursuit.
the first thing I will
Yun
do
Sheng
is
listed
drive
out
the
you
magical
and
beast
those
clan
annoying
leaders who
fellows
were
by
about
your
as
side
powerful as
out of the
barbarian
Celestial Fox
Luo
tribe.
and brought
Yu
Boss
Shang looked
Pengyu
askance at
and the
Yin
others
Shang.
to find them one
Ladies,
by one.
please come
Initially,
to the Celestial
they coveted
Fox
the abandoned
statues
god,
and
later
release
on,
the power
they were
of faith in
terror-stricken.
them.
All the
Hu
magical
Qianxiu also
beast clan
sensed the
leaders
tension
who were
between
slightly
the two
powerful
women,
nearby
so he brought
were
them
all
to
killed
Hu
by
Yan's
Yun
statue.
Sheng.
Without a
Yun Sheng
leader,
and Yu Sheng
magical
took out their
beast
respective
clans fell
statues
into a
The
state
2
of
women
disunity.
placed the statues
Needless
in
to
front of them.
say,
They came to
suddenly,
look for the
a buzzing
abandoned god.
sound came from the statues, as if thousands of little insects were flapping their wings. There were firefly-like power of faith coming out of the 2 statues. There were so many of them that the onlookers, including Hu Qianxiu and the others, couldn't help but stare blankly. Chapter 13:16. It was still daytime, but the sky above the Celestial Fox Shrine seemed to darken in an instant. Boundless power of faith adorned the sky like fireflies, circling around Yun Sheng and Yu Shang. This was the power of faith they'd collected over the past few days. Yu Shang's expression had been relaxed until she noticed that Yun Sheng's power of faith was even greater than hers. Damn it! How had that bitch gathered so much power of faith in just a few days? How had she done it? In terms of numbers, Yun Sheng's statue had about 10% more power of faith than Yu Shang's. Even 10% was enough to turn the tables. Yu Shang bit her lip. Thankfully, she still had a statue statue of faith. Yushang quietly took out Hu Linglong's power of faith and crushed the faith statue. A dazzling light shot into the sky as the power of faith in the other statue danced around Yushang's side. As a result, the amount of faith power on Yunsheng's side seemed to have decreased significantly. The outcome of the battle was clear. The crowd was too engrossed by the spectacle of faith to notice Yu Shang's little trick. However, Hu Qinqiu and a few elders from the Council of Elders saw it, especially Hu Qinqiu. Especially Hu Qinsui. When he saw the statue of faith, he realized that it was the statue of his daughter, Hu Linglong. The great shaman doctor and Yu Shang. Hu Qinqiu's eyes turned bloodshot. He realized that his beloved daughter had suffered at the hands of the great shaman doctor and Yu Shang. With a muffled groan, Hu Qinqiu suppressed the hatred in his heart. It wasn't until the power of faith in the statue stopped surging out that Hu Qinqiu stepped forward. Looking at the 70 to 80% difference in power of faith, Hu Qinqiu fell into deep thought. Patriarch, the outcome of the battle is clear. Yu Shang is worthy of her title as the Holy Maiden of Celestial Fox, the great shaman doctor said from the side. That's right, Miss Yu Shang has won the support of countless Celestial Fox citizens. She's received even more power of faith. The crowd cheered for Yu Shang's side. On the other hand, the demi-humans were silent. Their eyes were filled with disappointment and helplessness. A Celestial Fox hybrid was still no match for a purebred Celestial Fox. Do you have anything else to say? Hu Qinqiu looked steadily at Yin Shang. Everyone, the outcome hasn't been decided yet. Who said she received more power of faith than I did? Yin Shang smiled. As soon as she finished speaking, a miracle. The faith power on Yu Shang's side suddenly went through an unusual change. Yu Shang's power of faith and Yu Shang's. It was as if Yun Shang had used some mysterious power to attract the power of faith. How is this possible? Yu Shang's smug expression crumbled. She watched the power of faith move from her side to Yun Shang's. That power of faith had all surged out from Hu Linglong's statue of faith earlier. The power of faith is the will of the people. Your statue of faith was obtained illegally. Even if a thief stole something, it still doesn't belong to you. Yin Shang's eyes sparkled amidst the power of faith. The power of faith was like the citizens of Yudu and the nearby orcs, expressing their utmost respect to Yin Shang. The power of faith is the will of the people. The will of the people is a living thing, and it can't be deceived. Yu Shang, I don't know where your two statues of faith came from, but the final winner of this competition is Yun Shang. Hu Qinqiu sighed. In terms of strength, Yu Shang and Yun Shang were on par. But in terms of strategy, Yun Shang was better. Over the past few days, Hu Qinqiu had received reports from the city lords of the south and north. Yun Shang and Yu Shang did well, but Yun Shang relied on the wolf disease to win the hearts of the people. I'm not convinced. There's no rule that says I can't use two statues of faith in this test. Also, some of Yun Shang's power of faith isn't from the citizens of Celestial Fox. Yu Shang didn't expect that she would lose to Yun Shang when the situation was so good. She pointed at the power of faith behind Yun Shang. The power of faith of the citizens of Celestial Fox Tribal Nation was mostly pure white, but the power of faith behind Yun Shang was a mixture of colors. Some of it was obvious that it wasn't from the citizens of Celestial Fox. In other words, Yun Shang had cheated as well. Since both sides had cheated, how could Yu Shang admit defeat? That's right. Among the power of faith I collected, there were other beasts, such as the infernal wolves and blazing tigers. But I didn't cheat. Yu Shang, you seem to have misunderstood. The Celestial Fox tribe is so large that everyone on the continent, regardless of their bloodline or race, is considered its citizens. You think you're qualified to be a saintess, but you don't even understand the most basic of principles. You're not worthy of being a saintess. Yun Shang snorted disdainfully. The woman's words were powerful and resonant, silencing the noisy Celestial Fox shrine. Yu Shang opened her mouth, but couldn't find a single word to refute, because the words Yun Shang had said were currently engraved on the base of the statue of the Celestial Fox people, Hu Yin. The Celestial Fox tribe is so large that everyone on the continent, regardless of their bloodline or race, is considered its citizens. This was one of Hu Yan's most famous maxims when she was alive. That was exactly what Hu Yan had done when she was alive. During the final moments of the war between the humans and beasts, She had relocated all of the Celestial Fox tribe's citizens to the 8 Desolates continent, regardless of their race. This was still a legend of the Celestial Fox tribe to this day. No one, not even the great shaman or Yushang, dared to refute Yunsheng's words. After all, refuting Hu Yin was the same as refuting Hu Yin. I've lost. Yushang gritted her teeth and spat out the words one by one. Despite her reluctance, Yushang had no choice but to step aside angrily. After more than half a year, the most suitable Celestial Fox Saintess has finally been selected. She is Yunsheng. Hu Qianxiu walked forward and announced the result to all of the Celestial Fox tribe citizens. The Celestial Fox Temple was filled with cheers. Even those purebred Celestial Fox tribe citizens who were unwilling to accept the result had no choice but to echo the cheers. Originally, I had planned to hold a grand Celestial Fox Saintess coronation ceremony for the new Saintess. However, because the 8 Desolates tribe competition is approaching, I have discussed with the elders and decided to hold the Saintess coronation ceremony after the 8 Desolates tribe competition. When Hu Qianxiu announced Yunsheng's victory, he also announced a piece of news that shocked both the Celestial Fox tribe citizens and Yunsheng. If the new book stats are good, I'll update both the new and old books. The recommendation tickets will be given to the new book, Divine Doctor's Abandoned Daughter, the Ghost Emperor's Wild Beast Tamer Concubine. The 13-year-old Yi family's foolish daughter has been reborn. With the omnipotent God Cauldron and the Spirit Plant Space, she is no longer the trash, abandoned daughter that everyone bullies. Her poison is unparalleled, and even the Divine Doctor has to stand aside. Spirit beasts ask for a contract, and I'm sorry, but even the beast god calls me boss. Being reborn as a human, she returned as a king. But who would have thought that she would provoke the evil and bloodthirsty Ghost Emperor? He was clearly the Ghost Emperor who killed decisively, but he turned into a weak and handsome hostage of the enemy nation. She was careless, and he ate her clean. Chapter 13-17. Bahuang Clan Competition. What kind of scheme was Hu Qianxiu, that old fox, up to this time? Yunsheng frowned when she heard about the Bahuang Clan competition. This matter was not within her expectations. Yunsheng originally thought that after becoming the Saintess, the matter would come to an end. She had been in the Bahuang mainland for so long, and had experienced so many twists and turns along the way that she almost did not catch her breath. Especially during this period of time, after the fact that Bo was the abandoned god was exposed, they had to be careful even on the way back to Hu capital. There was also the god-level witchcraft weapon in Hu Linglong's hands, which was also waiting for Yunsheng to investigate. She did not expect that this old fox, Hu Qianxiu, would cause trouble and suddenly announce some Bahuang clan competition at this time. Moreover, he even postponed the Saintess enthronement ceremony. This way, Yunsheng's identity would not be recognized, and she would not be able to enjoy the rights that the Celestial Fox Saintess should have. Although she had become the Celestial Fox Saintess, there was no enthronement ceremony, and her status was not legitimate. To Yunsheng, such a situation was not an honor, but a humiliation. It was no wonder. Yunsheng had offended many people along the way of the selection. Hu Qianxiu, Hu Qiansui, and the Great Witch Doctor. Even the elders of the Council of Elders who rejected mixed bloods had some opinions about Yunsheng, the mixed-blood celestial fox who had suddenly emerged. If not for the fact that the Ninewan young clan leader liked Yunsheng, Hu Qianxiu would not have changed sides at the last moment and spoke up for Yunsheng. After Hu Qianxiu announced the news of the Bahuang clan competition at the Celestial Fox Temple, he immediately gathered Yunsheng, Yushang, and a few others to the Celestial Fox Palace together. The moment they entered the Celestial Fox Palace, they saw 8 people waiting there. Yunsheng immediately understood that no matter who won today, Hu Qianxiu would let the 2 of them participate in the Bahuang clan competition. In the Bahuang clan competition, each tribe was required to send 10 people to participate in the competition. There were no gender restrictions. Besides her and Yushang, Lu Yunchuang was also a participant. As for the other 7 people, they were young celestial fox, purebred men and women. Yin Sheng had never seen any of them before. Looking at their proud faces, they should be the young masters of the Celestial Fox tribe. Everyone, you are all elites selected by our Celestial Fox tribe to participate in the decennial Bahuang clan competition. The Bahuang clan competition was the grandest competition among the beast clans in the Bahuang continent. To be able to participate in the competition, you are all elites among elites. You and your families will definitely be proud of this opportunity. Hu Qianxiu used his usual trick to start off with a few encouraging words. Hearing the words Bahuang clan competition, the young warriors of the Celestial Fox tribe were all in high spirits. Obviously, they had been looking forward to this clan competition for a long time. However, due to certain reasons, our Celestial Fox tribe has rarely achieved any results in the clan competition in the past thousands of years. The failure of the clan competition has caused the Celestial Fox tribe's territory to be occupied by other tribes many times. Hu Qianxiu changed the topic with a pained expression. The old fox was putting on an act again. If Yin Sheng had not learned about Hu Qianxiu's character from Hu Sheng and Hu Rulin, she would have been deceived by his face. The Celestial Fox tribe has few talents. Before this clan competition, there are other beast clans who want to use this Bahuang clan competition to challenge our Celestial Fox tribe's identity as the Bakr Orcs. I hope that you can defend the dignity of our Celestial Fox tribe in the Bahuang clan competition and obtain unprecedented results. Hu Qianxiu's eyes were shining and his voice was loud. There was an invisible charm in his words that made the Celestial Fox warriors who were blinded by glory let out a thunderous response. Yin Sheng could not help but sigh inwardly. Hu Qianxiu was a little lacking as a father and a husband, but if a person like him had transmigrated to the modern world, he would be a typical politician. Don't worry, clan leader. We will definitely defend the glory of the Celestial Fox and repel those reckless beast clans. We will let the Celestial Fox tribe regain its vitality and become a middle-level beast clan. Looking at the young warriors who seemed to have been injected with chicken blood and were all fighting to express their loyalty to the Celestial Fox tribe, Yin Sheng's eyes were cold. Lu Yinshuang and Yu Shang had a similar reaction as Yin Sheng. The two of them were obviously not interested in Hu Qianxiu's words. Hu Qianxiu was very satisfied with his encouragement just now, but when he saw the three foreign species standing at the side as if it had nothing to do with them, Hu Qianxiu could not help but feel angry. As everyone knows, every Celestial Fox Saintess is the symbol of the Celestial Fox tribe. In this Bahuang clan competition, as the new Saintess, Yin Sheng, you will lead the other experts of the Celestial Fox tribe to participate in the Bahuang clan competition, Hu Qianxiu suddenly said. Let her be the leader? When Yin Sheng heard this, she was about to refuse when Lu Yinshuang shook her head at her. Yin Sheng suppressed the unwillingness in her heart. Who does she think she is? Asking me to listen to her orders is simply a fool's dream. Yu Shang, who was at the side, finally spoke. This time, she had fallen into Yin Sheng's hands, but she and Yin Sheng were both seven-tailed Celestial Fox. Why should she listen to Yin Sheng? Not only Yu Shang, but the Celestial Fox warriors also looked unhappy. They were all nobles and descendants of aristocratic families in the Celestial Fox tribe. They were absolutely purebred Celestial Fox, and all of them thought that they were the strongest among them. Among the 10 contestants, only Yun Sheng was of mixed blood. How dare she ask them, the noble Celestial Fox nobles, to listen to the orders of a mixed blood bastard? If word got out, would they not become a laughingstock? However, in front of the tribe leader, Hu Qianxiu, they did not dare to act up. They could only glare at Yin Sheng and leave. Yu Shang also glared fiercely at Yin Sheng and left angrily. Yin Sheng, Rulin misses you very much. Come to the imperial harem later. Hu Qianxiu looked pointedly at Yin Sheng, then turned and left. Yin Sheng, you can't go against the tribe leader's wishes. Madame Hu Rulin has been imprisoned while you were away. My clansmen have also been imprisoned. Seeing that Hu Qianxiu had left, Lu Yunshuang hurried forward. She did not even have time to congratulate Yun Sheng on her victory as the Celestial Fox Maiden before hurriedly telling Yun Shung the bad news. Lu Yinchuang's face was full of anxiety. Her grandfather and several elders of the Ice Fox tribe had been detained. She had no choice but to participate in the Bahuang tribe competition this time. Hu Qianqiu was a sly old fox. He had long known that with Yun Sheng's unruly personality, she would not listen to him even if she became the celestial fox maiden. Therefore, he had also made preparations. He knew that Yun Sheng and Hu Rulin were close, so he disregarded their relationship and captured Hu Rulin. Damn, that Hu Qianqiu. Yun Sheng did not expect Hu Qianqiu to be so despicable. She had originally wanted to take Hu Rulin away from the Celestial Fox Palace, but it seemed that the plan had to be put on hold for the time being. If we can't do as he wants and win the tribe competition, our families will be in danger. Lu Yinchuang advised Yun Sheng. Yun Sheng thought for a moment and decided to ask Hu Qianqiu directly. Everyone can search for the new book, The Divine Doctor's Abandoned Daughter, the Ghost Emperor's Wild Beast Tamer Concubine. I know everyone is anxious, so the last few 100,000 words of the novel are guaranteed to be lingering until the end. Thank you to everyone who assisted in the new book. Chapter 13-18. Yun Sheng went straight to Madame Rulin's residence. Just as Lu Yunchuang had said, Madame Rulin was not there. Even her personal maidservant, Gui Ji, was nowhere to be found. Hu Qianqiu was already waiting inside. When he saw Yun Sheng, Hu Qianqiu smiled amiably. Yun Sheng, I've been waiting for you for a long time. Speaking of which, I've always wanted to have a chat with you. When Hu Qianqiu saw Yun Sheng, he unhurriedly poured her a cup of tea. Hu Qianqiu, we're not close enough to sit down and have a chat over tea. Yun Sheng hated being forced to do something. Elder Lu from before, and Hu Qianqiu from now on, these two people were scheming against her in every way. However, anyone who schemed against her would not have a good ending. Yun Sheng, don't refuse a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. Do you think that just because you've become the Celestial Fox, Sacred Lady, you have the right to speak to me as an equal? Don't forget, you're not a Sacred Lady yet. As long as you have a drop of Celestial Fox blood in you, you must obey my orders. Hu Qianqiu's expression hardened. He crushed the cup in his hand into pieces, and the boiling hot water splashed all over the floor. Hu Qianqiu, let's get straight to the point. What will it take for you to let Madame Rulin go? When I say let her go, I mean give her complete freedom and let her leave this painful cage, Yun Sheng demanded. Hu Qianqiu had long lost all feelings for Madame Rulin. Every moment he kept her by his side was another moment of hurt. If you want to talk terms, I'll talk terms with you. It's very simple. If you can help the Celestial Fox tribe in this Bahuang tribal competition and obtain the position of a middle-ranking beast tribe, I'll let Hu Rulin go. Hu Qianqiu placed great importance on this Bahuang tribal competition. He had already received news that there were more than a dozen powerful tribes that did not belong to the Beast Clan of the Eight Wastelands who wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to challenge the Heavenly Fox tribe's position as the Beast Clan of the Eight Wastelands. With the strength of Yun Sheng, Yun Sheng, and the others, it should not be a problem for them to defeat those random beast tribes. However, Hu Qianqiu's desire was greater. He was no longer satisfied with being a low-ranking beast tribe. He wanted the Celestial Fox tribe to become a middle-ranking beast tribe. That's all? All right, I'll promise you. But what if I go one step further and make the Celestial Fox tribe a high-ranking beast tribe? What will you do? Yun Sheng stared at Hu Qianqiu with sparkling eyes. She was one of the top 3 in the Bahuang clan competition. This woman had such an arrogant tone. Even the greedy Hu Qianqiu couldn't help but be shocked by Yun Sheng's words. In the Bahuang tribal competition that was held every 10 years, only the top 3 beast tribe warriors could become a high-ranking beast tribe. Outside of the top 3, the middle-ranking and low-ranking beast tribes would be selected according to their respective rankings. In the past 500 to 600 years, the best name that the Celestial Fox tribe had obtained in history was only in the top 10. Therefore, the Celestial Fox tribe had always been the last among the low-ranking beast tribes. Yun Sheng actually wanted to snatch the top 3? Ridiculous, too ridiculous. This celestial fox bastard from the boundless world was really dreaming. Hu Qinxiu remembered that the winners of every Ba Huang clan competition would all become the clan leader and elder-level existences in the various clans. For example, the second strongest He Yao of the Black Qilin tribe was once first in the Ba Huang tribal competition. Over the years, the top 3 of the Ba Huang tribal competition were almost all taken care of by the Black Qilin, Nine Luan, and D clan. In the past 100 years, the Black Qilin and Nine Luan tribes have been taking turns to replace the first and second place. Although Hu Qinxiu was overjoyed that the Heavenly Fox tribe finally had powerful experts in this beast competition, he did not expect these 10 people to be able to achieve impressive results, let alone be in the top 3. Although Yun Sheng and Yu Shang were seven-tailed celestial fox and had the seven-tailed inheritance, the other tribes had already obtained their own Beast King relics. The best among them had even obtained the Beast King inheritance. Did this woman really think that she could dominate the competition with her half-human bloodline? Hu Qinxiu despised Yun Sheng in his heart, but his face revealed a smile that was not a smile. Yun Sheng, if you can really obtain the top 3 in this Ba Huang tribal competition, not to mention letting Hu Ruling go, as long as it is within my authority, I can agree to any condition of yours. When Hu Qinxiu made the promise, he never thought that Yun Sheng could do it. You said that. We will establish a contract as proof. We will not go back on our words. Yun Sheng and Hu Qinxiu immediately wrote a contract and pressed their fingerprints. You better be careful. The Ba Huang tribal competition is not the Celestial Fox Saint selection. The tribal competition is not child's play. If you don't die, you will be injured. I don't want the Celestial Fox tribe to have a second Saintess in a few months after having one, Hu Qinxiu said sarcastically. Thank you for your concern, clan leader. Yun Sheng will definitely not do as you wish. Yun Sheng put on a fake smile and parted with Hu Qinxiu on bad terms. As soon as Yun Sheng left the Celestial Fox Palace, Lu Yunshuang, who was waiting outside, came up to her with an anxious expression. How is it? What did the clan leader say? Yun Sheng handed the contract to Lu Yunshuang. Lu Yunshuang looked at the contract, and a worried expression appeared on her cold face. Top 3. Yun Sheng, isn't this bet of yours too unreliable? Why? Even you think that we don't have the ability to defeat the superior beast tribes? Yun Sheng could not help but find it funny when she saw the usually cold Lu Yunshuang react like this. It's not just that we don't have the ability. That's an impossible task. Do you know which superior beast tribes are? Lu Yunshuang really regretted it. She should have told Yun Sheng more about the superior beast tribes before Yun Sheng negotiated with the clan leader. In Lu Yunshuang's opinion, Yun Sheng had only been in the Ba Huang continent for about half a year and had been active in the Celestial Fox tribe. She must know very little about the other superior beast tribes. Among the superior beast tribes were the Black Qilin, Nine Luan, and D tribe. The intermediate beast tribes were the Behemoth, Green Hell Wolves, and Featherbird Rock. The inferior beast tribes were the Ba Serpent and Celestial Fox. You've seen the Behemoth and Featherbird tribes' young clan leader in the Ba Huang mountain range. You have a rough idea of their strength. The Green Hell Wolves and Ba Serpent tribes are nothing much. The most powerful ones are still He Lin Lin of the Black Qilin, Lu of the Nine Luan, and Violet of the D tribe. These 3 are. Lu Yunshuang wanted to tell Yun Sheng that these people were her biggest obstacle to getting into the top 3. Needless to say, there are also the other superior beast tribes. He Lin Lin, Lu, and Violet. I've seen all of them and even fought with them. Yun Sheng pursed her lips. So, you also know how terrifying their strength is. What, you fought with all of them? This time, Lu Yunshuang was dumbfounded. Chapter 1319. Yun Sheng had actually fought with those young prodigies before. Lu Yunshuang was dumbfounded. Since when had Yun Sheng exchanged blows with those young experts? Moreover, she had managed to retreat unscathed. Lu Yunshuang had only seen Green among the 3 of them, but she had only caught a glimpse of him. Speaking of which, young clan leader Green of the 9 Phoenix tribe was not a big problem. He seemed to have a soft spot for Yunsheng. However, the other two were not easy to get along with. Rumor had it that the young clan leader of the D clan, Z, was arrogant by nature. Apart from his good friend Green, he had always been indifferent to everyone else. He was also ruthless in his attacks. As for the young clan leader of the Black Qilin tribe, He Linlin, there was no need to mention her. This woman was rumored to be incomparably beautiful, but her personality was similar to her father, the powerful Black Qilin tribe leader He Yao. He Linlin's subordinates had never survived. This was also why Lu Yunshuang was dumbfounded when she heard that Yunsheng had fought with He Linlin and escaped unscathed. To be exact, I fought with them a few years ago. At that time, they probably had not comprehended the Beast King's inheritance. Yunsheng still had reservations about their strength. These elites of the 8 Wilderness tribe must have improved their strength by leaps and bounds after experiencing the baptism of the Beast King Saraira in the Beast King's tomb. The last time Yunsheng met Green, she also noticed that Green's appearance and strength had changed greatly. However, she had not fought with Green again, so she could not make a judgment about Green's current strength. As for that fierce woman, He Linlin, there was no need to mention her strength. That woman had even tried to court Night Fox earlier. At the thought of this, Yunsheng's heart began to bubble with jealousy. She even thought inappropriately that Night Fox had not appeared all this time. Could it be that he had met that dog-skin plaster He Linlin again? Yunshuang, you're right about one thing. Besides these people, we still have to deal with other opponents. As far as I know, this time, the Black Qilin tribe will send out another expert who is not inferior to He Linlin. Yunsheng recalled the encounter with Duguxiu in the Ancient Seal. If she didn't hear wrongly, those Black Qilin warriors addressed Duguxiu as Deputy Patriarch. Furthermore, at the end, Duguxiu had seized so many Black Qilin inheritances and other inheritances of the 8 Desolaces all by himself. This proved that in the few years that he had been missing, his strength had improved greatly. He Yao's son and daughter had joined forces. He believed that there would definitely be a bloody storm in this Ba Huang clan competition. However, Yunsheng thought about it again. With the Ba Huang clan competition being so sensational, perhaps Night Fox would also receive the news and participate. At that time, she might have a chance to meet him. Regardless of whether it was the dogskin plaster He Linlin or the annoying Duguxiu, if one came, she would deal with one. If a pair came, she would fight both. Yan. On an empty plain, a group of black-armored soldiers was moving forward. The man in the lead sneezed for no reason. Duguxiu rubbed the tip of his nose. His nose was itchy. His eagle eyes darkened. There was a very special feeling in his heart. It was as if something was stirring in his heart. Ever since Duguxiu left the 8 Desolaces mountain range, he had transported a portion of the inheritance back to the tribe. During this period of time, he had been sweeping away the mobs at the border of the Black Qilin tribe. The Black Qilin tribe and the Nine Yuan tribe were adjacent. The 2 beast tribes were both high-ranking beast tribes. At the same time, they had the most fertile land in the 8 Desolaces continent. The disputes and friction between the territories had never stopped. Deputy Patriarch, we found a woman with strange whereabouts ahead. She has already injured many of our brothers. A black-armored soldier suddenly reported. This area was close to the Nine Yuan tribe. Could it be that she was from the Nine Yuan tribe? Duguxiu's figure flashed and rushed forward. With a wave of magic fluctuations, a woman was waving the magic scepter in her hand. The woman looked very disheveled. Her clothes were full of blood, and her long hair was draped over her face, making it difficult to see her appearance clearly. Celestial Fox. Looking at the magic and special inheritance that the other party used, Duguxiu recognized the other party's identity at a glance. Looking at her skills, the other party was a very powerful Celestial Fox. However, why would a woman from the Celestial Fox people suddenly appear at the border of the Black Qilin tribe and the Nine Yuan tribe? In just a quarter of an hour, the woman viciously killed several Black Qilin warriors. Behind her, a huge force attacked her. It was as if she had slammed into a thick wall. Hu Linglong, whose magic was beginning to weaken, fell heavily to the ground. Her magic scepter also fell to the ground. With a sound of breaking, a pair of long legs stepped on a magic scepter. A man emitting a terrifying aura stood in front of Hu Linglong. When she saw the man, Hu Linglong's blood-stained face revealed fear. She recognized this man. He was a member of the Black Qilin tribe. When Hu Linglong transformed into her fox form in the 8 Desolaces mountain range, she had seen this man before. He was the deputy chief of the Black Qilin tribe. Even Yu Shang had to be wary of this man. She just wanted to take a shortcut and transmigrate from the Black Qilin tribe to the Nine Wan tribe. As long as she entered the Nine Wan tribe, she might be able to deceive Green with her face that was similar to Yun Shang's. With this thought in mind, Hu Linglong ran all night. Unexpectedly, she was discovered by a group of Black Qilin warriors who were patrolling nearby. "Don't kill me, Hu Linglong trembled in fear. She was no match for this man. Deputy Chief, the other party is the Celestial Fox people. Unfortunately, her figure is not bad. It's a pity that she's a Celestial Fox. Our brothers can't enjoy her. It seems that we can only sell her." The Black Qilin warriors on the side laughed strangely. The women of the Celestial Fox people were all enchanting and beautiful. Unfortunately, there was an ancient curse between the Black Qilin tribe and the Celestial Fox tribe since ancient times. They were not willing to lose their lives for a woman. However, if they sold this woman to other tribes, they would definitely be able to sell her for a good price. Hearing that she was going to be sold, Hu Linglong trembled even more violently. Suddenly, her chin was pinched and raised a few centimeters. "Bring water," Dugu Xiu said coldly. The water splashed on Hu Linglong's face and washed away the bloodstains. When they saw the stunning face under the bloodstains, the Qilin warriors behind Dugu Xiu whistled. Good heavens, this celestial fox woman was really beautiful. They had never seen such a beautiful woman in the Black Qilin tribe. Hu Linglong's chin was in pain. Through Dugu Xiu's eyes, she saw a trace of surprise and some unfamiliar emotions. Could it be that this Black Qilin deputy chief, who looked extraordinary, fell in love with her at first sight? Hu Linglong was secretly delighted. She was completely unaware that this face of hers was not her face at all. "Deputy Chief, you're hurting me." Hu Linglong immediately put on a delicate and pitiful appearance. She exhaled and blew a breath of air toward Dugu Xiu's face. She had always been good at seducing men. Originally, she thought that the other party would definitely be infatuated with her. Who knew that in the next moment, she would be ruthlessly thrown away. Chapter 1320. You're crazy. Hu Linglong was dizzy from the fall. She had never been treated so coldly by a man before. What was the meaning of this man? A second ago, he was full of tender feelings, and the next second, he became cold and heartless. Could it be that there was something wrong with his brain? The group of Black Qilin warriors looked at Hu Linglong with ridicule. This woman looked beautiful, but unfortunately, her brain wasn't good. It was no wonder that people said that women with big breasts had no brains. In the Black Qilin tribe, Deputy Clan leader Dugu Xiu was famous for being cold and handsome. However, it was also strange that he wasn't young anymore. After coming to the Black Qilin tribe, because of his handsome appearance and powerful strength, he had always been liked by the unmarried noble women in the tribe. There were even some married women who secretly threw flirtatious glances at him. However, although the deputy clan leader was playful, other than summoning a woman to serve him in bed every few days to solve his physiological needs, he had never been in love with any woman. It was said that every time he slept with a woman, he would give her a bowl of fertility prevention soup. Therefore, although the deputy clan leader had many women in the past few years, none of them had ever given birth to a child for him. There were rumors in the tribe that it was because the deputy clan leader already had a child. However, there are also people who said that the deputy clan leader had a woman that he deeply loved. The deputy clan leader would only marry that woman. Earlier, when they saw the deputy clan leader staring at that woman for a long time, they thought that the deputy clan leader felt that she was beautiful. However, they didn't expect that she would take the initiative to throw herself into his arms. But the deputy clan leader directly threw her away. Who are you? Why do you look so similar to Yunsheng? When Dugu Xiu saw Hu Linglong's face, he instantly thought that she was Yunsheng. At that moment, he only felt a rumble in his mind. In the past few years, he had been thinking about Yunsheng day and night. He even thought that those women who serve him in bed were Yunsheng. However, Hu Linglong took the initiative to seduce him. This made Dugu Xiu immediately wake up. This woman, other than her appearance and figure being similar to Yunsheng, her actions were frivolous, and her gaze was constantly seductive. She wasn't Yunsheng. Yunsheng? It's Yunsheng again. I'm not that mixed-blood Yunsheng. I'm Hu Linglong, the daughter of an elder of the celestial fox tribe. As soon as Hu Linglong heard Yunsheng's name, she was like a cat whose tail had been stepped on. The deputy patriarch of the Black Qilin tribe in front of him, in terms of appearance and power, wasn't much worse than Green, but he actually kept calling her Yunsheng. Hu Linglong had never hated a woman so much in her entire life. Even Hu Sheng had never made her hate him so much. Hearing Hu Linglong's malicious words, Dugu Xiu picked her up and spoke word by word as if he wanted to eat her up. Speak clearly. Have you seen Yunsheng? When? Where is it? Let go. I'm going to be strangled to death. Hu Linglong's chin was still faintly hurting. Her neck was about to be broken by this violent man. She was truly unlucky to have met this madman. If you don't speak clearly, I'll seal your soul, break your tendons, and sell you to the dark green wolf tribe. I'll let those wolves torture you day and night and make you beg for death. As the Iron Blood monarch of the later Qin dynasty, Dugu Xiu had accumulated countless methods to extort confessions over the years. He had plenty of methods to make Hu Linglong speak. Wolf tribe? As soon as she thought of those disgusting faces of the wolf tribe and how she was going to be toyed with by them, Hu Linglong's blood slowly turned cold. This man was cold and heartless. He meant what he said. He would definitely do it. No, don't sell me to the wolf tribe. I'll speak. I'll tell you everything. I've seen Yunsheng. She's in Hu's city now. She's competing with others for the position of the saintess of the celestial fox tribe. After Hu Linglong finished speaking, Dugu Xiu released her collar and threw her to the dark Qilin warriors. A strange smile suddenly appeared on Dugu Xiu's cold face. He laughed out loud, and his laughter echoed throughout the wasteland. Yunsheng, I didn't expect that after going around in circles, you would actually deliver yourself to me. This time, I want to see where you can escape to, Dugu Xiu muttered himself. An unprecedented expression appeared on his face. That expression seemed to be gentle and affectionate, but also seemed to be gnashing his teeth. When Hu Linglong and the Black Qilin warriors saw that, they were a bit confused. They didn't even know what relationship the person called Yunsheng had with the vice chief. Hu Linglong didn't know what Dugu Xiu's intentions were. She only knew that the man in front of her was too terrifying. She just wanted to stay far away from him. I've already told you. You should let me go now, right? Hu Linglong was trembling with fear. You've told me such a huge piece of information. As a reward, I've decided not to sell you to the dark green wolf tribe. However, you've killed a few of my subordinates. Your Dharma soul and tendons in your arms and legs must be crippled. Dugu Xiu took a step forward and suddenly grabbed Hu Linglong's head. The incomparably tyrannical dark Qilin battle qi instantly invaded Hu Linglong's body. She felt that all the magic power in her body was instantly sucked dry. Her Dharma soul was crippled. You can't. Cold sweat immediately appeared on Hu Linglong's forehead. She had never suffered such torture. Her Dharma soul. Then I'll cripple your tendons. Dugu Xiu's gaze fell on Hu Linglong's wrists and legs. This woman was full of resentment when she mentioned Yunsheng. It seemed that she had some grudges with Yunsheng. That was fine. That woman was too smart and too beautiful. It was normal for other women to be envied by such a woman. However, as her future man, he was still very willing to clean up these eyesores for her. No, you can't touch me. Yunsheng is going to marry the 9 Luan tribes green. I like green. If you keep me, I'll definitely be useful to you in the future. In order to protect herself, Hu Linglong threw Dugu Xiu away. She didn't know what the relationship between Du Xiu and Yun Sheng was. She could only bet that the man in front of her also liked Yun Sheng. If he also liked Yun Sheng, he wouldn't be willing to let the woman he liked marry Green. What did you say? Du Xiu's hand froze. His tone sounded a little fishy. It seemed that there was a trace of strong jealousy. As expected, this man also liked that bitch. Hu Linglong's heart was filled with jealousy and hatred. However, at this moment, she only knew that she had to protect herself. She told him about the agreement between the Celestial Fox tribe and the Nine Luan tribe's old tribe leader, Green Cine, and Yun Sheng. Nine Luan's green. Du Xiu's face sank. Why was there another green? What did Yi Baimin go? Why did Yun Sheng appear in the Eight Desolates continent? Settle this woman down first and bring her back to the Black Qilin tribe. Du Xiu pondered for a moment and decided to bring Hu Linglong back to the Black Qilin tribe first. Thank you for voting for the new and old books. I'm still rolling around to vote for the new book Divine Doctor's Abandoned Daughter, Ghost Emperor's Wild Beast Tamer Concubine. If there are no accidents today, I'll continue to update. Chapter 1321. The Bahuang tribal competition was held once every 10 years, and the location of the competition was decided by the 8 patriarchs. This time, the location was the Black Qilin tribal nation. Hu Qianqiu placed great importance on this Bahuang tribal competition. He personally led the team to the capital of the Black Qilin tribal nation, Yong City. After Yun Sheng weighed the pros and cons, she left little Yingying, Qing Cheng, and the rest on the Divine World Treasured ship. The Black Qilin tribe nation was not Hu capital. After the experience of Elder Lu using Bo Bo and Little Ying to blackmail them, coupled with the fact that Yun Sheng knew that Du Xiu was also in the Black Qilin tribe, she already knew that the Bahuang tribe competition this time would not be so easy. As for Little Ying, Yun Sheng considered that Little Ying's situation was special, and it might be more dangerous for her to stay in Hu capital. Therefore, she decided to bring Little Ying to the capital of the Black Qilin tribal nation, Sky Harmony City. When Yun Sheng and the rest arrived at Yong City, it was already 3 days later. Because they relied on a magic array for transportation, everyone was still in good spirits. Sky Harmony City isn't Hu capital. This is the capital of the Black Qilin tribal nation, which is also on the 8 Desolates continent. It's the largest capital on the continent and has the densest population. It's also the capital with the most beasts. The people of the Black Qilin tribal nation are valiant. After you enter the city, be careful with your words and actions. Don't cause any trouble. Otherwise, even I, as the patriarch, won't be able to save you. After Hu Qianqiu finished speaking, he intentionally glanced at Yun Sheng and Yu Shang. Hu Qianqiu wasn't worried about the others, except for Yun Sheng and Yu Shang. These 2 women were troublemakers, and Hu Qianqiu didn't want them to cause any trouble for him before the competition even started. Fortunately, Yun Sheng and Yu Shang were both preoccupied with their own thoughts and didn't pay attention to Hu Qianqiu's words. Yun Sheng had never been to Sky Harmony City. As for Yu Shang, she hadn't been to Sky Harmony City since she was revived. Because Yu Shang had some relationship with the first patriarch of the Black Qilin tribe, Yi Xiu, she had a complicated expression when she arrived at Yong City. Yi Xiu, have you really revived? Yu Shang's heart was filled with mixed feelings. When she thought of the man she was infatuated with, Yu Shang's heart couldn't help but race. In the past, with Hu Yin around, Yi Xiu had never looked her in the eye. Now that Hu Yin had been dead for many years, if Yi Xiu were to come back to life, he would definitely see her in a new light. Hu Qianqiu's words made the other Celestial Fox contestants nod their heads in agreement. The Celestial Fox tribal nation had been weak for many years. Under the tyranny of the Black Qilin tribe, the #1 beast tribe nation, it had always been unable to raise its head. Even the Celestial Fox contestants avoided the Black Qilin tribe. Mentally, they didn't dare to go against the Black Qilin tribe. Yun Sheng rolled her eyes at the side. She already knew Hu Qianqiu's temperament. This person bullied the weak and was afraid of strong. He was a typical good-for-nothing clan leader. His words seemed to be warning the Celestial Fox contestants not to cause trouble. But in reality, he was asking them to adopt a policy of cowardice. They should avoid as much as possible, especially not to offend the Black Chelan tribal nation, the host nation. As the Bahwang tribe competition was about to begin, other than the Black Chelan tribe, the other 7 beast tribes had also arrived. Just as Hu Chinchio's voice fell, a dazzling light was heard from the magic array. More than 10 people came out of the magic array. The magic array that the Celestial Fox tribal nation and the others were standing on was the largest magic array among the tribal nations. Other than the Celestial Fox tribal nation, there were also people from other tribal nations. The beast tribe that came out was about the same in terms of numbers as the Celestial Fox tribe, but in terms of size, it was 2 to 3 times the size of the Celestial Fox tribe. Every person was 2 meters tall. Their skin was grayish-green, and they had flat noses like wild boars. Every step they took caused the ground to rumble. The people who came were from the Behemoth tribe. Among these people, Yinsheng only recognized one of them. It was the Behemoth tribe's young tribe leader, Rita. Rita also saw Yunsheng in the crowd. When she saw Yunsheng, Rita was a little surprised. She thought that her eyes were playing tricks on her. Didn't Yunsheng die in the Bahwang mountain range? However, Rita's astonishment only lasted for a moment before she nodded at Yunsheng in a friendly manner. Due to the incident with the Behemoth's inheritance pillar, the two of them could be considered to be friends. Thinking about it, Rita still owed Yunsheng a favor. What Yunsheng paid more attention to was the middle-aged female behemoth standing in front of Rita. This female behemoth was a few inches taller than Rita. She was even taller than the average male behemoth. Her grayish-green skin was like granite. Her face was as ugly as the average behemoth. Her thick hands were thicker than Yunsheng's waist and contained boundless energy. Tribe leader Li Pa, long time no see. When he saw the behemoth tribe, Hu Chinchio frowned slightly. But on his face, there was a bright smile, as if he had seen a good friend of many years. Hu Chinchio hated the behemoth tribe. Although the Celestial Fox tribe was the weakest among the Bakra orcs, they had always boasted that they were the most romantic and elegant among the 8 great tribes. Indeed, most of the Celestial Fox tribe members were handsome men and beautiful women. On the other hand, the Behemoth tribe members were all very boorish. Furthermore, the Behemoths didn't like to bathe. Once they got close, there would be an unpleasant smell coming from their bodies. Hu Chinchio had always looked down on them, but he didn't dare to offend the Behemoth tribe's tribe leader. Li Pa was Rita's mother. This woman looked very boorish and had a rough appearance, but her intelligence and strength far exceeded her appearance. 50 years ago, the Behemoth tribe was the same as the Celestial Fox tribe, still a lower-level beast tribe. But at that time, the young tribe leader Li Pa obtained 5th place in the Bahwang tribe competition, which allowed the Behemoth tribe to become a middle-level beast tribe. Ever since then, the Behemoth tribe had always occupied the position of a middle-level beast tribe. Among the Bakra orcs, their strength was above average. Hu Chinchio and the other Celestial Fox elders participated in the Bahwang tribe competition this time. Their biggest goal was to protect the position of a lower-level beast tribe and attack the position of a middle-level beast tribe at the same time. In this way, the 3 great beast tribes, including the Behemoth tribe, were undoubtedly the biggest competitors of the Celestial Fox tribe warriors. But even so, the cunning Hu Chinchio still had a fawning look on his face and was very respectful to tribe leader Li Pa. Tribe leader Hu, you're here too. I heard that the members of the Celestial Fox tribe in the Bahwang tribe competition this time were all carefully selected. Li Pa and Hu Chinchio had a lot of dealings, so she was very clear about this old man's methods. Don't look at Hu Chinchio's fawning look. He must be thinking about the middle-level beast tribe position in his heart. Li Pa saw the group of Celestial Fox warriors behind Hu Chinchio, whose appearances and temperaments were above ordinary people, especially Yunsheng and Yushang, who had the most special appearances and temperaments. She couldn't help but take a few more glances. With tribe leader Li Pa's eyesight, it wasn't difficult to see that these 2 people should be the main force of the Celestial Fox tribe this time.
Chapter 1322. Patriarch Li Pa is too kind. They're all inexperienced children. It's already good enough that they can barely maintain the Heavenly Fox tribe status as a lower beast clan. Hu Qianqiu's face was modest, but his heart was filled with pride. In the previous competitions, he had always been dejected, praying that he could maintain the 8 Desolation tribe status. But it was different this time. In his team, there were 2 Celestial Fox with 7 tails. They were his trump cards, allowing him to maintain the status of the Bakra Orcs. Maybe this time, he would be able to hold his head up high. Hee, Lipa, you can't be blind, right? This team is not bad. With this group of sissies and sluts, it is good enough that they are not pulled down by the other beasts. An old man's laughter came from the sky. A shrill sound could be heard, and dozens of figures fell from the sky. Needless to say, there was only one race that didn't rely on magic arrays and directly flew over to participate in the competition. That race was the same as the beaming race, the winged Pung race. The Pung race was one of the Bakra Orcs, second only to the 9 Phoenix race. They relied on their strong wings to fly for thousands of miles. Naturally, they disdained to use magic. In front of him, there were 20 people. When they landed, they kept their wings. The one who mocked Hu Qianqiu was the current patriarch of the Pung race, Peng Wanli. This time, Peng Wanli had brought all the elites of the Pung race. Behind Peng Wanli, there was a familiar face. When that person saw Yun Sheng, his eyes were about to spit fire. Grandfather, it is that bitch. She plotted against me in the 8 Desolation mountain range. She even colluded with the wanted criminal of my race, Peng Boss. Silver Peng Young Patriarch's reaction when he saw Yun Sheng was much worse than Rita. This damn Celestial Fox people's bitch was still alive? When enemies meet, their eyes blaze with hatred. That time, Peng Yu had been humiliated by Yun Sheng. Because of Yun Sheng, he had lost the chance to obtain the Golden Peng body. Without the Golden Peng body, the chances of the winged Peng race becoming a high-ranking beast race were greatly reduced. What? That's her. When Peng Wanli heard this, his expression changed. He glared at Yun Sheng fiercely. Hu Qianqiu, your subordinate actually dared to collude with wanted criminals and frame my Peng Feather clan. If you don't give me an explanation today, my husband will compete with you before the Ba Huang clan competition. Yun Sheng, what's going on? Hu Qianqiu looked at Yun Sheng. What boss Peng Yu? Silver Peng Young Patriarch, I don't know what you're talking about. Yun Sheng blinked her big watery eyes with an innocent face. You still dare to quibble? My subordinates and I all saw it at that time. You helped Boss Peng Yu snatch the golden body of the Peng Feather. Silver Rock gave a meaningful glance, and the few warriors behind him also echoed. They're all your subordinates. It's not strange for them to speak up for you. When I was in the 8 Desolation mountain range, I met a hunter from the Peng race. He brought me into the mountain range. As a reward, I helped him obtain the Peng inheritance. As for whether that hunter was Boss Peng Yu, I don't know. You can ask Beaming Clan's young patriarch Rita about what happened. She was also there. Yun Sheng looked at Rita calmly. I also know that I saw a normal hunter. That person didn't have 3 heads and 6 arms. He didn't look like the legendary Peng 3 Devils. Silver Peng, can you be any more disgraceful? The things in the 8 Desolation mountain range are all ownerless. You're not as good as others, so you came to provoke them. You're truly shameless. Rita was also stating the facts. She looked at Boss Peng Yu, who had changed his appearance and didn't look like the Peng 3 Devils on the wanted list. Rita saw that Silver Peng was uncomfortable. Furthermore, she was indebted to Yun Sheng. Naturally, she spoke up for Yun Sheng. You 2 sluts. You are clearly colluding to scheme against me. Silver Peng's face was red with anger. He was about to make a move. Suddenly, Silver Peng's nose felt itchy. He couldn't help but sneeze. Instantly, his snot and saliva flowed out. He was in a sorry state. In the sky, multicolored feathers fell down. It was those multicolored feathers that made the Silver Rock Junior Patriarch lose his composure. Seeing those colorful feathers, the 3 patriarchs had different reactions. Hu Qianqiu's worried face immediately had a bright smile. Li Pa had a cautious expression. As for Peng Wanli, He had a nervous expression. When the colorful feathers fell to the ground, a colorful radiance shone. More than 10 Nine-Luan tribe members appeared. In the world, the most beautiful bird was undoubtedly the Nine-Luan. Only the Nine-Luan race would have such beautiful colored feathers. Compared to the Nine-Luan race, the previously awe-inspiring Wing-Pung race was now like a shedding old hen. They were gray and dark and could only shrink to the side. Nine-Luan Old Patriarch. Hu Qianxiu hurriedly went forward as if he had seen his savior. Haha, I heard that Yunlas is also here. Where is she? Nine-Luan Old Patriarch led a group of Nine-Luan warriors. His face was red and his eyes were like torches. He directly walked past Hu Qianxiu, who was trying to curry favor. In a few steps, he walked in front of Yun Sheng. Not bad, not bad. Little girl, you worry me to death. I heard that something happened to you in the 8 Desolate Mountain Range. I was so worried that I almost lost all my beard and became a bald Luan. When Nine-Luan Old Patriarch saw Yun Sheng, it was as if he had seen his long-lost granddaughter. He looked left and right, and the more he looked, the more satisfied he was. The old patriarch's words made the other patriarchs react differently, especially Peng Wanli and Yin Peng, the 2 grandfather-granddaughter pair who wanted to make things difficult for Yun Sheng. At this moment, their expressions were very strange. Nine-Luan Old Patriarch's tone. Why did he sound so familiar with that little celestial fox? How could they know that Nine-Luan Old Patriarch had long regarded Yun Sheng as his granddaughter-in-law? If something happened to Yun Sheng, wouldn't his arrogant grandson, Green, be a bachelor for the rest of his life? Thinking that his grandson was going to be a bachelor, Nine-Luan Old Patriarch was so worried that several strands of his beard fell off. Green coughed a few times at the side. On his handsome face, there was a suspicious blush. He gazed at Yun Sheng gently. Yaoji, that woman is the future wife of the young patriarch. Apart from that face, she doesn't look like anything special. The warriors of the Nine-Luan tribe, especially the female warriors, looked at Yun Sheng a few more times when they saw the old patriarch and young patriarch's reaction. She's just a seductive vixen. This time, I'll definitely not let her go. Yaoji glared at Yun Sheng fiercely. Old patriarch, young patriarch Green, long time no see. When Yun Sheng saw Nine-Luan Old Patriarch appear, she smiled kindly. Although, she was also puzzled as to why the old patriarch was so affectionate when he saw her. Chapter 1323. Yun Sheng did not hate the Nine-Luan Old Patriarch. In her memory, she had only met this old patriarch a few times, so they were not familiar with each other. It was just that the Nine-Luan Old Patriarch's temper was somewhat similar to her grandfather, Yun Ba. He was different from Hu Qianxiu, that old fox. He had a clear distinction between love and hate. When he was in the Celestial Fox tribe, he had helped her out in the inn. Counting this time, it was already the 2nd time. So when Yun Sheng saw him, she felt very close. Yun Sheng did not know that the Nine-Luan Old Patriarch was no less shrewd than Hu Qianxiu, that old fox. He was so close to Yun Sheng. Other than finding Yun Sheng pleasing to the eye, there was another reason. It was because of the marriage between the 2 clans. Although Hu Qianxiu did not announce the matter of Yun Sheng becoming the Celestial Fox Sanus, he had already secretly informed the Nine-Luan Old Patriarch. He also made a promise to the Nine-Luan Old Patriarch that as long as the Bahuang clan competition ended, he would arrange for Yun Sheng to ascend the throne as the Celestial Fox Saintess. At that time, he would arrange for Yun Sheng and Lu to marry. When the old patriarch thought that Yun Sheng and Lu were married and that he would soon be able to hold his grandson, he was overjoyed. Yun Sheng was still in the dark about this matter. All right, I seem to have heard just now that someone wanted to make things difficult for Yunlas. The Nine-Luan Old Patriarch was not young, but his ears were sharp. Just now, when Peng Wanli and his grandson wanted to teach Yun Sheng a lesson, he had heard most of it. Old Patriarch, you must have heard wrongly. Just now, it was just old Patriarch Peng chatting with the juniors. Hu Qianxiu was directly ignored by the Nine-Luan Old Patriarch, and felt a little upset in his heart. However, he was still the patriarch of a clan. His psychological endurance was strong. As Uchinchyo spoke, he looked at old patriarch Peng. When the latter saw the 9-1 old patriarch, his earlier arrogance was immediately suppressed. Once the 9 Phoenix Old Clan leader appeared, that Feather Rock Old Clan leader was nothing. These two old patriarchs, in the current 8 Desolation Beast Clan, could be considered to be of the older generation. They could be considered to be of the same generation as He Yao, Uchinchyo, Li Pa, and the others. The two of them belonged to a tribe of flying beasts. However, no matter if it was in terms of bloodline or strength, the Luan tribe was far superior to the Peng tribe. In particular, 150 years ago, the 9-1 Old Clan leader and the Peng clan leader had participated in the same Bahuang clan competition. At that time, the young and impetuous Peng clan leader went to challenge the 9-1 Old Clan leader. The result was that the 9-1 Old Clan leader used a phoenix heavenly fire to burn away all the hair on the Featherpung Old Clan leader's body. He directly kicked the naked Featherpung Old Clan leader down from the stage and became a white chicken. This matter became the greatest humiliation of the Featherpung Old Clan leader's life. Even if he became the Featherpung Old Clan leader, this matter had always been a joke among the patriarchs. Because of this, the Featherpung Old Clan leader hated the 9-1 Old Clan leader to the core. He had always wanted to take revenge. Since he couldn't take revenge himself, he hoped that his descendants could take revenge. Unfortunately, the 9-1 tribe's green was much stronger than Silver Rock in terms of appearance and strength. Therefore, when the Featherpung Old Clan leader saw the 9-1 Old Clan leader, he was like a mouse seeing a cat. Fox Clan leader is right. How could this patriarch bully the younger generation? We were just chatting. The Featherpung Old Clan leader could only swallow his broken teeth and nod his head gloomily. Not bad, not bad. Peng Wanli, you old fellow, you finally grew some brains. Even if there were any grudges between the younger generation, they shouldn't compete in private. If they want to compete, the Bahuang clan has plenty of opportunities. I believe that even if that brat He Yao was here, he would say the same thing. In the Bahuang clan competition, the strong will live and the weak will die. This is the place where the new talents of our Bakra orcs will rise. As the 9-1 Old Clan leader spoke, his sharp eyes were already looking at the young city in front. Following the gaze of the old patriarch, Yin Sheng, Lu, and the others also looked at the majestic, mountain-like city in front of them. It was the largest city in the 8 Desolate continent, the Black Chilance Tianyong City. Celestial Fox, 9-1, Featherpung, and Behemoth had already arrived. The other 3 clans, Green Hell Wolf, Ba Serpent, and D Clan, would also arrive soon. Due to the appearance of the 9-1 Old Clan leader, the conflict between Yun Sheng and the Featherpung clan came to an end. Everyone walked towards the Tianyong City together. Yin Sheng, what's the matter with Featherpung boss? Why didn't you report this to the clan? Hu Qinxiu reprimanded Yun Sheng when the 9-1 Old Clan leader was not paying attention. I've already said that I don't know anything about Featherpung boss. Clan leader, if you have the time to worry about this, why don't you think about how to please the Black Chilan and D Clan leader later? Yin Sheng smiled faintly and rebutted Hu Qinxiu. Bastard, how dare you speak to me like that? Let me tell you, you'd better be smart. Don't forget that Hu Rulin and Lu Yunchuan's clansmen are still in my hands. Hu Qinxiu's face turned red and white from Yun Sheng's mockery. He was very embarrassed. Yun Sheng could not be bothered to say anything more to him. Her beautiful eyes looked at the Behemoth clan's team not far away. Young clan leader Rita's appearance did not seem to have changed. It seemed that she had not comprehended the Behemoth's inheritance. At this moment, Rita was staring at Green. Her gaze was hesitant, as if she wanted to ask something but did not know how to start. Yin Sheng's heart skipped a beat. She walked to Green's side. Green, I heard that you have a good relationship with young clan leader Z of D Clan. Why didn't the two of you travel together this time? Yin Sheng's question was neither too loud nor too soft. Her voice fell into Rita's ears. Rita's ears immediately perked up when she heard Z's name. Z's clan has some matters to attend to, so they will arrive a few days later. Green was in a good mood when he saw the beauty taking the initiative to strike up a conversation with him. He took the opportunity to strike up a conversation with Yunsheng. They will only arrive a few days later? Rita's rough face could not help but show some disappointment when she heard that. However, at the same time, she nodded gratefully at Yunsheng. Yunsheng saw through her thoughts. Rita, don't even think about it. If you dare to learn that damned inheritance for a man, you will fail to live up to the expectations of your clan. Even if I am your mother, I will never forgive you for the rest of my life. Clan leader Lipa furrowed her brows tightly. Rita's face darkened. She did not say a word and followed the Behemoth clan's team. Ahead, Tianyong capital was getting closer and closer. At the city gate, there were already 2 rows of teams. The one leading them was a young man in black armor. Behind him, there were close to 100 black Chilean warriors. It was obvious that they were waiting for the clan leaders. When she saw the young man, Yunsheng's expression changed slightly. Her footsteps also slowed down. Dugu Xiao. They still met him. Chapter 1324. Dugu Xiao also saw the people from the 4 great beast clans walking over. Today, he was ordered by He Yao to welcome the guests, but even though there were nearly 100 people in front of him, Dugu Xiao's gaze was immediately captured when he saw that familiar figure. His heart, which had been like stagnant water for the past few years, suddenly started to beat violently at this moment. It felt as if his heart was about to jump out. Yunsheng, that damn little vixen who made people hate and love her. Dugu Xiao's eyes immediately burned. In his eyes, the Bakra orcs and the clan leader had all disappeared. There was only Yunsheng. Dugu Xiao had captured Hu Linglong because he felt that Hu Linglong was somewhat similar to Yunsheng. But today, when he saw Yunsheng, he knew that Yunsheng was Yunsheng. Even if someone had the same appearance as her, she was ultimately not Yunsheng. Her face, her eyebrows, and the 2 small dimples at the side of her mouth when she smiled, only Yunsheng had them. Yunsheng, you were the one who provoked me first. Dugu Xiao clenched his fists tightly under his sleeves. This time, he had to take this woman for himself, no matter what. Dugu Xiao took a deep breath. His gaze turned sharp as he noticed the man beside Yunsheng. That was a rather dazzling man with an otherworldly temperament. His eyes were the same as his. From the beginning to the end, they had never left Yunsheng. 9 Phoenix Clan? Green? It seemed that Hu Linglong was right. This man was also interested in Yunsheng. Yi Baiming, that idiot, had thought that after he obtained Yunsheng, he would hide her well. But now, another man had his eyes on her. Dugu Xiao sneered in his heart. If he obtained Yunsheng, he would definitely keep her by his side. No one else could even have the thought of coveting her. So what if it was the 9 Luan tribe? In this Bahuang tribe competition, he would make that man completely give up on such thoughts. In Dugu Xiao's opinion, the only person in the world that could compete with him for Yunsheng was Yi Baiming. Patriarchs. Junior Dugu Xiao is the son of Patriarch He Yao. My father is still in seclusion, so I'll temporarily take over the clan's affairs. Dugu Xiao retracted his predatory gaze. When he looked at the Beast Clan leaders again, he was humble and polite. His gaze was also very cautious. He did not look at Yunsheng again. This is Deputy Clan Leader Dugu. I heard that these few years, the Black Chilean tribe has been managed well in the hands of the Deputy Patriarch. He Yao really cultivated from his previous life. His daughter's strength is strong, and his son is also a first-rate character. The patriarchs, including the 9 Phoenix Old Patriarch, had all heard of Dugu Xiao's name, but it was their first time meeting him. It was said that this Deputy Patriarch was a seed left behind by He Yao on the Boundless Continent. He still had a portion of the human race's bloodline. When he first became the Deputy Patriarch, there were still many dissatisfied voices in the Black Chilean tribe. However, in just half a year, no one in the Black Chilean tribe objected to him. From this, it could be seen that this person was definitely not a good person. The man in front of them was somewhat similar to the young He Yao. He was tall, and had a deep outline. He had a head of fiery red hair and a domineering aura. One look, and one could tell that he was the talent of an emperor. When the patriarch saw this, they could not help but sigh in their hearts. With Duguxiu and He Linlin, the Black Qilin tribe's Bawang tribe competition this time was undoubtedly a double insurance. The position of the Black Qilin tribe's leader would probably be very difficult to shake. Patriarchs, you flatter me. Xiu is already in the city. He has prepared a side hall for the patriarchs and the warriors who have come to participate in the competition. Before the competition begins, please have a good rest in the side hall. Duguxiu replied in a clear voice. Hee, very good. Then I'll have to trouble the deputy patriarch. This is my clan son Lu. You two are close in age. If you have time, you should spar more. The Nine Phoenix Old Patriarch introduced warmly. The Black Qilin tribe and the Nine Phoenix tribe were both Upper Beast tribes. For many years, the Black Qilin tribe had always been the leader of the Bakr orcs under the power of He Yao. The Nine Phoenix tribe did not say anything on the surface, but they had been secretly competing with each other. Duguxiu and Lu's introduction this time was more like the introduction of old enemies. The Nine Phoenix Old Patriarch's intention was self-evident. Young Patriarch Lu, I've heard a lot about you. Duguxiu extended his left hand. Lu did not mind and politely extended his hand. The two hands had just held each other's hands. Lu's brows furrowed slightly. The gaze he used to look at Duguxiu could not help but become a little colder. This man had a strong hostility towards him. Lu could feel that Duguxiu's hand was constantly being attacked by ice-cold Do Chi. Lu was a little baffled. He had never met Duguxiu before. Where did this man's hostility come from? However, Lu was not someone who could be bullied easily. Since the other party came to provoke him, he naturally would not shrink back. The two had the most dazzling smile on their faces. Their two hands were holding each other's hands. If some Fujoshi saw this scene, they would definitely scream nonstop. The two of them, one was extremely wild and the other was dazzling. They were both first-class handsome men. Just by standing together, it was like a painting. It was very pleasing to the eye. However, those with discerning eyes, such as the few patriarchs, would realize that the two were secretly fighting. Black Do Chi and Green Do Chi continuously gushed out from the two's hands and collided with each other. Fight, fight! It's best to fight to the death and let the Black Qilin and the Nine Phoenix Old Patriarch become enemies. Old Patriarch Peng's eyes were burning with envy. He didn't know why the two most outstanding vice patriarchs and young patriarchs of a younger generation had a conflict for no reason. However, it would be best if the two of them fought to the death. The Nine Phoenix Old Patriarch's face was also filled with confusion. What's wrong with Lu? The two of them held each other's hands. Unknowingly, a quarter of an hour had passed. The Do Chi on Duguxiu's body was mixed with the divine power of the halberd of the divine battle god. Lu's gaze became more and more serious. Just as Lu was about to mobilize the Nine Phoenix King's relic in his body to fight Duguxiu head-on, a pair of soft hands, like a feather, leisurely landed on the two's hands. The hands were white and flawless, slender and exquisite, with a trace of warmth. Compared to the man's rough hands, they were like jade carvings. Almost at the same time, an ice-cold, mysterious energy, like a stream of water, rushed into the Do Chi of the two people. Deputy Patriarch, young Patriarch, everyone is tired. Let's go back to rest. The soft and gentle female voice was like a clear spring on a hot summer's day. It cleared the minds of the two who were originally fighting fiercely. Duguxiu and Lu's expressions changed. Their bodies trembled at the same time. The hands that were holding each other moved away at the same time. The hand that came out of nowhere was Yunsheng's. Yunsheng, are you okay? Lu was afraid that he would hurt Yunsheng. He hurriedly withdrew his strength and was about to help Yunsheng up. On the other side, Duguxiu's cold face also had a trace of worry. He was also about to help Yunsheng up. There's a new book on the list. Please vote for the Fuzi's new book. Thank you. You're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories.
Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.